We have the hits off the field and on the field.
Let's go!
It's time for Berwick Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107. The GOAT.
1, 2, 3!
Brought to you by
Mason's Monogramming, overhead door of Berwick, Mayo Funeral Home, State Farm, Sean Black and Lori Powell, First Keystone Bank, Red's Roofing, Neighbor Fence Company, Wolfie's Automotive, ND Accounting and Consulting, J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick, Master Tech Automotive Services, Eco First Logistics, Ken Pollock, Flick Brothers Electric in Bloomsburg, Blaze Alexander GMC of Hazleton, Papa Lou's Place, The Compression Shop, Cardinal Estate Planning, Chapin Oil, Mark Nespoli of eXp Realty, and Janae Clarko, eXp Realty.
Now in their 37th year together, here's Jim Doyle and Andy Ulickney.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight from Tiger Stadium in Tunkhannock is the Bulldogs in their regular season finale, taking on the Tigers of Tunkhannock High School. I am Jim Doyle along with Andy Ulickney and Chris Algar. The producer of this broadcast is Ashlyn Walshaw. The year was 2013. George Curry was the Berwick coach. C.J. Curry was his starting senior quarterback. That was the last time that a Berwick football team went through an unbeaten regular season. The Bulldogs try to duplicate that feat here tonight as they come in with a 9-0 record. A victory would not only give them the program's first unbeaten regular season since 2013, but it would clinch sole possession of first place in the Wyoming Valley Conference Division II, and it would clinch the number one seed for the upcoming District 2 3A playoffs, which will kick off next week. So a lot riding on this game for the Bulldogs. Their opponent, Tunkhannock, comes in with a 4-5 record. They won 2 games in a row over Montrose and Towanda last week. But their head coach, Pat Keating, describes his team as a mash unit. They've had injury after injury. The most notable is Andrew Lipinski, a terrific player who was out from the 4th week of the season until last week against Towanda. He had a big game, 77-yard run, set up a touchdown. He had a 46-yard touchdown reception. But unfortunately, he is injured again and out for this game, and that pretty much sums up the way things have been going for the Tigers, who come in with a record of 4-5. Andy Ulickney with us for Bulldogs football tonight. And Andy, you and I have been doing this a long, long time, and I can't recall covering a team that went from 4-7 to unbeaten. That's a big leap.
It's a huge leap, Jim. You know, last week there were growing pains under a new coach, players who weren't quite used to playing football at the level they needed to play. They really made a tremendous turnaround and to set themselves up going into this game where they can finish with an undefeated season. It's almost miraculous. It has to be great joy, but, you know, the team paid the price. They were doing the weight room work. They were doing the practice work. They took everything one game at a time. The most important game was always the next, and that's their feeling. Their most important game now is this one here with Tunkhannock. Take this one, and you can have those bragging rights of an undefeated regular season.
For only the second time this season, Berwick will be playing on natural grass. And for the first time this season, we've been very, very fortunate, rain is falling for this regular season finale. How much of an effect on either of those factors?
Well, you know, Ty Wilkerson and all these speedsters for Berwick aren't going to be quite as fast, but that's true for the opposition that's chasing these guys as well. I don't think the rain's going to be that big of a factor unless it increases. It may make things a little bit slick, but the field, you know, has been in good condition. I was down there walking it. It doesn't seem like we're going to see many people having their feet slip out from underneath them. Natural grass is a different feel, but yet a lot of players really enjoy the natural grass. They like the comfort of it. It's good on their feet. It's good when they fall. So I think Berwick will thrive on this natural grass surface.
237 yards rushing. That's what Ty Wilkerson needs to pass Brant Quick for the single season record. Brant set his back in 2004. You say, boy, what are the odds of someone getting 237 rushing yards.
Pretty good.
Yeah, they are. They are.
They really are for him. 237 for a guy who on the 9 games of this season is averaging 246. And if you take the last few games, he's been getting 300 yards and 300-plus yards and setting single-season records. So Ty Wilkerson and his blockers just seem more and more comfortable, looking to improve as it goes. I think he can often name his number in some of these games. I think it's very likely we're going to see 237 tonight.
Andy, among the many things I admire about this Berwick team in 2025 is they don't play down to the opposition. In a game which they should win and should win handily, like this one, quite frankly, tonight, they keep the level of play up.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that has to do with the physicality. We mentioned the weight room. They like to flex their muscles and come at people. They're a big team. When you look at that offensive line, they're going 264 pounds a man. Few people can match that type of size, and then pair it with the speed and the power they have with power backs and tight ends. You're going to come in and want to show what you can do. And, it's hard to have a letdown when you have that type of strength and power and the attitude that comes from working together all season. I think they do play hard no matter who the opponent is, even if the record's not that strong.
Andy by later with the keys to tonight's game. When we return, we'll hear from Pat Keating, the head coach of the Tigers of Tunkhannock. You're listening to Berwick Football on Go Rocks PA.
What's worse than being broken down on the side of the road, and who's going to fix it without disrupting your life and cash flow? Since 2023, Wolfie's Automotive, 435 Washington Street, Berwick, has been keeping drivers on the road with the best prices and the shortest lead times. From large and extensive repairs to routine oil changes and even auto detailing, they are honest, dependable, and will have you back in business in no time. Wolfie's Automotive in Berwick, the local, trustworthy mechanic. Just see it for yourself.
Hey, hometown fans. You know Journey Bank as your trusted local bank. But did you know we're also the biggest cheerleader for our community's youth? From athletes competing under the Friday night lights, to students excelling in the classroom, to talented teen stars singing center stage, we're investing in the future of our young people. At Journey Bank, we're committed to helping our kids score big in every aspect of life. Journey Bank, where dreams are nurtured and futures are built. Journey Bank, proud supporter of our local youth.
Ford is built for every drive, every adventure, every day. Ready, set, Ford. And right now at Ken Pollock Ford, we're celebrating 10 years of driving you forward. As a proud Ford President's Award winner, we're bringing you incredible offers like the Bronco, F-150, and Explorer starting at just $499 per month and $0 down. Adventure, strength, versatility, it's all here and it's all Ford. Visit Ken Pollock Ford, 1120 West Front Street, Berwick, or online at kenpollockford.com. Select models, $499 per month, $0 down with approved credit through Ford Credit. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details. Offer expires 11/3/25.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
Bulldogs closing out the regular season tonight in the game here at Tunkhannock. 27th meeting between these two schools. They first met on maybe the coldest day ever in the history of Berwick football. Back in 1987, it was an Eastern Conference semifinal. Tunkhannock won that first meeting 7-6. Berwick has won every game since, 25 straight in this series, including 55-6 last year at Crispin Field. Well, as we mentioned earlier, Tunkhannock enters tonight's game with a 4-5 overall record, but the Tigers have won 2 straight, including a 34-27 win over Towanda last Friday. Tunkhannock coach Pat Keating on what his team did well in that win.
Well, I think we controlled the line of scrimmage for the most part. I think we were able to establish a nice ground game. When we faced a decent chunk of adversity through the game, between, some penalties in crucial situations, and, we had a lot of guys that went down with injuries. They were in and out of the game. So we had a lot of personnel substitutions throughout that game. So, really proud of the guys just for the way that they overcame that stuff, and worked through it throughout the game.
Lucas Siprich is a solid running back for you. What makes him a good high school running back?
He runs extremely hard. He's hard to bring down on first contact, but he just runs, with an attitude.
If you have the answer to this next question, you'll be the first coach that has it. How do you contain Berwick's Ty Wilkerson?
Yeah, it's extremely difficult, because he's obviously an extremely talented player, but as we all know as coaches, there's times that you have talented players who make up a lot of the success of a team, but it's the whole cast. They're a very solid team, extremely impressive up front. I think the guys up front do a really nice job, and I'm sure he'd even tell you too. I mean, he's obviously very, very explosive, very fast, and a lot of times, he's getting into the open field and he's not even touched as well.
That's Pat Keating in his 3rd season as head coach of the Tigers of Tunkhannock. He had a lot of success against Berwick as the head coach at Wyoming Valley West. He hasn't beaten them as a coach at Tunkhannock yet, but he coached 10 seasons at Wyoming Valley West and had a 7-3 record against the Bulldogs. His Tigers come into this game with a 4-5 record. If they can pull a big upset, they would have their first 500 season since 2007. Berwick against Tunkhannock. We'll check the starting lineups when we return. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Go Rocks, PA.
Looking for convenient and reliable waste disposal? If you need residential, curbside pickup, or dumpster rentals, EcoFirst Logistics full-service trash service has you covered from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. They're designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly, ensuring what can be saved is sorted out. EcoFirst Logistics also offers roll-off dumpsters for all your construction, demolition, and junk hauling needs. Visit them online or call EcoFirst Logistics, a proud supporter of the Berwick Bulldogs.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about real estate. It's about community, trust, and finding the right fit for your future. And nobody knows Berwick like Mark Nespoli with eXp Realty. Mark's your neighbor, rooted right in Berwick, with a passion for helping people find their perfect home, which is why he's also a top producing agent nationwide. So when it's time for your next move, choose the agent who knows the Berwick market and the community inside and out. Mark Nespoli, eXp Realty. Visit the570realtor.com or visit @Mark Nespoli on Facebook. Mark Nespoli, Berwick's hometown realtor.
Got that Berwick Bulldogs spirit? Go to Papa Lou's Place on Vine Street, 2 blocks from Crispin Field, where the Berwick Bulldogs games are on. And there's live music on the patio after each home game, with drink specials every Friday, and try their famous smash burgers, homemade pierogies, and broadster wings with a variety of homemade sauces. Nobody does Berwick High School football like Papa Lou's Place, where the beer is fresh, the food is amazing, and the service is top-notch. See their Facebook page for details and go to Papa Lou's Place to see what the buzz is about.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
The 2025 high school football regular season kicked off on August the 22nd. For Berwick, it was in the heat at Lake Lehman's Eddie Edwards Stadium. It ends here tonight at Tunkhannock's Tiger Stadium in a light rain and temperatures in the 50s. Here's the starting lineup for the Bulldogs. At the tight end, number 9, Gabe Decker. He is a 6'3", 200-pound sophomore, devastating blocker. He's only touched the ball a couple of times this season, but he's made it pay. He has 1 reception for a touchdown. He has 1 rush, and that was for a touchdown as well. The left tackle, number 56, J.J. Leonard, 6 foot, 265, a senior. Left guard is number 70, Draven Geiger, 5'11", 275, a senior. The starting center is number 64, Henry Snyder. He's 5'10", 230 pounds, a sophomore. Nico Lunsinski is the usual starter. He was hurt in the last game. They do expect him back rather soon. He will not be in uniform tonight. So Henry Snyder, who's played well in his stead, will get the starting nod at center. The right guard is number 62, Matt Gordner, 6 foot, 275, a senior. The right tackle is number 72, Mike Perry, 5'10", 225, a junior. At a wide receiver position, Alex Estrella. He's 5'11", 175, a senior. 5 receptions on the season. He's averaging a whopping 29.4 yards a reception and 2 touchdowns. The quarterback is number 10, Brady Cleaver, just a 9th grader, 5'10", 170 pounds. Hasn't thrown the ball much, but has completed 12 passes for 186 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's been terrific as a running quarterback. 9.7 yards a carry, 354 yards rushing, and 8 touchdowns for Brady Cleaver. The leading rusher, obviously, Ty Wilkerson, number 5, 6'2", 205-pound senior, 2,200 yards on the season. He's averaging a whopping 12.8 yards per carry, 30 touchdowns. He needs 237 more yards to pass Brant Quick for Berwick's all-time single-season rushing record. Brant set it with 2,436 yards back in 2004. The fullback for the Bulldogs, number 99, Everett Snyder. 5'11", 220 pounds, a senior. Devastating blocker. Has 9 carries on the season for 49 yards and 2 touchdowns. Caleb May will be a wide receiver and also fill in at running back when Ty Wilkerson gets a breather. Caleb is a 5'9", 165-pound senior speedster, rushing 8 for 159 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's averaging 19.8 yards a carry. He's also caught a couple of passes for 16 yards and a touchdown. He's a terrific special teams player as well. He has returned a kick for a touchdown. Those are the starters for the Bulldogs under C.J. Curry in his second season as head coach. As we talked earlier, 4-7 a year ago. Coming into this one, 9-0, trying for the first unbeaten regular season since 2013 when he was a senior quarterback. His offense averages 44.3 points per game, 346 rushing, 73.5 passing, over 419 yards in total offense. For Tunkhannock, at a tight end, number 12, Randall Paxton. He's 5'11", 180 pounds, a senior. Cooper Thomas starts at left tackle for the Tigers. He is 6'1", 250, a senior. Owen Rose starts at the left guard. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 220 pounds. The starting center is number 64, Aiden Anderson, 5'11", 220 pounds, a senior. Jaden Thomas is the starting right guard. He wears number 56. He's 5'10", 200 pounds, a senior. Chase Rose is the starting right tackle. He wears number 72. He is 6 foot, 230, a freshman. The leading receiver on this team is Carter O'Neal. He wears number 5. He's 6'1", 165, a junior. 17 receptions on the season for 194 yards and a touchdown. We'll also see number 80, Austin Werkheiser. He's 6 foot, 170 pounds, a senior. 7 receptions on the season for 28 yards. The quarterback is a junior, Zach Ledwinski. He is 6 foot, 165 pounds. Has some decent passing numbers. 52% of his passes complete, 647 yards, 5 touchdowns. He has been prone to the interception, 10 INTs on the season. He also carries the football, 31 carries for 71 yards and a touchdown. The leading rusher is number 9, just a sophomore, Lucas Siprich. He's 5'11", 175 pounds. He has 745 yards rushing and 9 touchdowns. He's averaging 5.7 yards a carry. The fullback, when they use one, we'll see number 13, Caden Simmers, 5'11", 190, a senior. Also might see number 89, Nathan Bennett, a 6'1", 175-pound senior. That is the starting lineup offensively for the Tigers of Tunkhannock under Pat Keating, now in his 3rd season as head coach. They average 20.7 points per game, more in the rush, 161.3 than the pass, 149.7, but pretty good balance, 311 total yards a game for the Tigers. Berwick against Tunkhannock. Keys to tonight's game, Andy Ulickney.
Well, for Tunkhannock, their offense would like to establish the run, Jim. That's what they like to do. They pass less frequently, but they can pass, and we will see pass maybe 30% of the time. One of the problems for the Tigers, they want to run the ball, but 2 of their top 3 runners are out for this game. Now, they still have a very healthy number 9 in Lucas Siprich, and you went through his numbers. He's coming off a 100-yard game against arch rival Tunkhannock, 115 yards there. He's very tough all season. He's averaging 5.7 yards a carry, as you mentioned, 87.2 a game. But the top backups are out, and Andrew Lipinski, an extremely athletic individual who really can make a difference, and Moses Montero also out. So not sure what they'll do in backing up the running back. We do know, though, that the quarterback, Zach Litwinski, enjoys running. He had 71 yards on the season, and for a quarterback who often is scrambling and loses yards by being sacked, it's always good to see positives for the quarterback. So he does have some talent. It's also a team in Tunkhannock that likes to go with the Wildcat. Pat Keating, the coach, realizes, as many coaches do, if you run the guy who's taken the snap, everyone else can be a blocker. Often, instead of having 10 quickly available blockers, you only have 9 as the quarterback hands it off and fades away. So Berwick's going to have to be aware of that run, and I think their priority, their key defensively, will be stopping it. They're going to go with their 5-2 defense. That's sort of become their base. Everett Snyder moving into the nose, uses his talents in there, his quickness as well as his strength. Ashton Smith is coming back where Gavin Galusha has starred all year, and he's done a remarkable job at linebacker. Also in the course of this game, we expect to see a good bit of number 6, Connor Roberts, as he's been developing in that inside linebacker role. They hope they can spell Gabe Decker a little bit in the course of this one. The Tigers will vary the offense with some passing. They like to go with some unique formation, so Berwick in the secondary has to, be aware. Keep their eyes open and make sure they're adjusting when there's no one in the backfield. If there's 3 men to one side, 2 on the other, if there's quads, if there's all 5 on one side, be very aware of unique situations. Make the adjustments before the snap and be in position for pass defense if they see some unique formations. Flip it over. Well, what can Tunkhannock do to slow down Ty Wilkerson becomes the question. What can anyone do to slow down Ty Wilkerson? He's 237 yards shy of Brant Quick's all-time single-season rushing record, 2,436 yards. I mean, look at that number. Think of a 10-game season, 2,436 yards. You look at it in your head, it's 240-some yards a game. But Ty Wilkerson's averaging 246 a game, and he needs 237. And in my mind, he's been getting stronger as the season has progressed. He's been stringing together some 300-yard games. He set a single game rushing record against Williamsport. The line is blocking better. The power backs are blocking better. They're just more in tune with the schemes. And Ty's running better. You know, it's just so hard to stop him. Tunkhannock, what will they do? Well, they're on a 4-4. But they'll cheat that up to a 6-2. The outside backers will come up to the line of scrimmage for the most part. I also think you're going to see the corners and the safety cheat up. So you get to where it's not just 8 men in the box, but 9, 10, 11, kind of trying to fill all the gaps and not let Ty Wilkerson get going. Stop him before he gets to the line of scrimmage. That's the philosophy that a lot of teams feel against a great running back. Stuff all the gaps, don't let him get going. But other teams with even more talent have tried it, and it just hasn't worked. Berwick has a great line, 264 pounds a man. They have great power backs and a great tight end, Gabe Decker, Brock Sims, and boy, especially Everett Snyder. Very visible in his blocking for Ty Wilkerson. And then give Ty Wilkerson the least bit of a seam. He's going to break any arms that are just reaching out and grabbing at him. And then after that, it becomes the sprint. He has that great speed to take it all the way, Jim.
Berwick against Tunkhannock. We'll be back with the kickoff. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Go Rocks, PA.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 35 years experience. And new Bulldog wear for every age, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, polos, hats, and more. They even make online fundraising easy for you. Stop in today to discuss your next fundraising opportunity. You can also shop at masonsmonogramming.com for their new inventory and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Masons Monogramming for their latest new items. Masons Monogram Service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about real estate. It's about community, trust, and finding the right fit for your future. And nobody knows Berwick like Mark Nespoli with eXp Realty. Mark's your neighbor, rooted right in Berwick, with a passion for helping people find their perfect home, which is why he's also a top producing agent nationwide. So when it's time for your next move, choose the agent who knows the Berwick market and the community inside and out. Mark Nespoli, eXp Realty. Visit the570realtor.com or visit at Mark Nespoli on Facebook. Mark Nespoli, Berwick's hometown realtor.
WLYC AM Williamsport, WHLM AM, WCFT HD3 Bloomsburg.
We will rock you like a hurricane.
102, 104, and 107. The GOAT, a Seven Mountains Media radio station.
Berwick's going to get the football to start this game. Bulldogs moving from our right to our left in this opening quarter. Frank Kulicki is the referee for today's game. The umpire is Galen Miller. Brian Schwartz is the head linesman, the line judge. David Buczynski. Martino Valentine is the field judge. The side judge is Zach Valesky. Tunkhannock in their black jerseys, black pants, black helmets, orange numerals. Bulldogs in their white helmets, white jerseys, blue pants, and trim. Jerome Callum will kick off. Caleb May and Ashton Smith deep for Berwick.
On real grass, Jim. You mentioned it earlier. It's worth repeating.
The game is underway as the kick will be fielded by Ashton Smith at the Milton 22 to the 30 and runs hard, as always, over the 35 out to about the 37-yard line. That's where Berwick will put it in play against a Tunkhannock defense that lines up with David Hoff, Aiden Anderson, Cooper Thomas, and Jake Patton, the front four. Inside linebackers, Caden Sims and Jaden Thomas. Outside, Rowan Hunter and Jeremiah Montero. Randall Paxton and Carter O'Neill at the corners. Austin Werkheiser is the safety. Berwick first down at their own 38-yard line.
White jerseys will get some green of the grass stains and some mud on them in these little bit of a wetter condition than we've seen all year, Jim.
And how about this? The center's about to snap the ball, and we have 5 players lined up to the left. Now some linemen join the center. So Berwick with some trickery to start this game. Cleaver a quick out to Caleb May, and he dropped the football. It's incomplete. How about that for a formation to start?
It really is unique. Again, one of those formations that is going to set up a screen if teams don't adjust, or even if they do. But you have to execute and complete the pass. May should have been able to hold on to that. It also forces the opposition in future weeks as you get into the playoffs, Jim. They have to say, hey, how do we stop that odd formation they started with? We have to practice against that.
2nd and 10, Bulldogs at their 38. Now more conventional. The slot to the right and wide receiver left. And Ty Wilkerson gets his first call. And Ty is over the 40 out to the 44-yard line. He'll pick up 6, bring up 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, just a basic power run, running over the left side of the offensive line. Line got him the first 3. He got himself the next 3 after that. Standard, vanilla-type call, but successful.
Cooper Thomas on that last tackle for the Tigers. 3rd down and 4. Berwick at their own 38-yard line. Slot to the right side. Ty Wilkerson gets the call, tries to bounce it outside right, does so, spins out of a tackle, still on his feet, to the Tunkhannock 45-yard line.
Wow, he's hard to bring down. Eventually, Hunter Rowan coming in with the final stop, and about 3 other people should have had him wrapped up. But he keeps the legs pumping, he keeps on spinning. You wondered at first, would he get the first down chains? He got that, got another 5, and got another 5.
11 yards on the carry by Ty Wilkerson. First down, Berwick at the Tunkhannock 45-yard line. Fake toss. The keep is by the quarterback, Brady Cleaver, and Cleaver is close to another first down. I think he has it.
Yeah, I think so, too, before Aiden Anderson pulled him down. But Aiden Anderson, the defensive lineman, is 9 yards downfield. Grabbed him a little bit high, up around the neck, was able to corral him down. They will move the chains.
10 yards on the carry by Brady Cleaver. The 9th grade quarterback averages 9.7 yards a carry. And he waits the shotgun snap with Ty Wilkerson to his left from the 35-yard line. A fake to Wilkerson, a quick out to Caleb May. May turns the corner, 30, 25, down the sideline, 15, 10, 5, and Caleb May is in for a Berwick touchdown, 35 yards.
Beautiful play. Play action, freezes people at first, and then a pass off to the left behind the line of scrimmage to Caleb May, who's just kind of in a wing and set back a little bit. So it's an easy toss. He gets it. The question is, people should have angles and should be able to stop him. But Caleb May has the type of speed that breaks those pursuing angles, outruns people to the end zone in a surprising score.
Now Caleb Yost will try for his 38th consecutive made extra point out of the hold of Ashton Smith. Snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout in the field. 10:08 to go first quarter. Berwick 7, Tunkhannock nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Looking for Berwick's hometown realtor? Meet Janae Kalarko of eXp Realty. She loves sports, family, friends, and helping you sell or buy your dream home. Janae works 24/7 to get you the best value and the perfect home. And she makes the process fun, stress-free, and full of good laughs. That's the Janae way. Call or text Janae Kalarko with eXp Realty today. And don't forget to follow her on TikTok and Instagram for tips and real estate updates. Janae Kalarko, eXp Realty, your hometown realtor who works hard and makes it fun.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
Quick start for the Bulldogs, 5-play, 62-yard drive. Caleb May catches the swing pass from Brady Cleaver and uses that great speed of his 35 yards for the score. Caleb Yost with the extra point. 7-0 Bulldogs as Yost, the sophomore, tees it up.
Speed always surprises, Jim. We know how quick Berwick's people are. We know how quick Brady Cleaver is, Ty Wilkerson, and Caleb May. But to see them outrun the angles always impresses me.
Here's the kickoff. It goes to the far side, fielded back about the 10-yard line. And Berwick with great coverage downfield as the return man gets just to the 10-yard line. Skylar Neville among the people in on the stop for Berwick, but great coverage, good kickoff to begin with by Caleb May, and then terrific coverage by Berwick. Defensively, the Bulldogs will line up with the front five of Gabe Decker, Matt Gordner, Everett Snyder, J.J. Leonard, and Skylar Neville. Linebackers, Brock Sims and Ashton Smith. The corners, Brady Cleaver and Caleb May. Free safety, Alex Estrella. The strong safety, Ty Wilkerson. So first down, Tunkhannock back at their own 10-yard line. Letwinski operates out of the gun, and he's back to throw on first down. Gets the pass away, incomplete.
Coverage is just too strong, Jim. I think Letwinski realized there was nowhere to go. The corner had the wide receiver. Safety had the man in the slot. Both were covered. He realizes he can't stay there too long because the pressure's going to come, so he put it in a spot between them and threw it away.
Cart O'Neill was the closest receiver. He is their leading receiver on the season with 17 catches coming in. 2nd and 10, Tigers at their own 10-yard line. First possession for them. Slot to the left side. Siprich is the running back. Ledwinski now under center. Gives the ball to Siprich and nothing doing. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Berwick wins the line of scrimmage battle in a hurry as making the play for the Bulldogs is Matt Gordner.
Matt Gordner and Ashton Smith, both linebackers, went over the left guard and were showing blitz. Ashton Smith went through, the other Brock Sims backed off. They weren't quite sure who to block, and both Gordner and Ashton Smith got in there.
3rd down and 11. Loss of a yard on the first carry by their leading rusher, Lucas Siprich. Berwick, a lot of movement along the defensive front. Slot to the left side, wide receiver right. Ledwinski out of the gun, back to throw, big pass rush. Steps up into it, and he will be brought down at the 10-yard line as Matt Gordner again in on the play for the Bulldogs. So 4th down, good defensive series for Berwick. Punt team on for Tunkhannock.
Gordner's 2nd sack of the year makes it his 9th tackle for a loss. And as a defensive lineman, he often has to just hold position, keep people off linebackers, but there we see him involved 2 plays in a row.
So Tunkhannock, Lucas Siprich does their punting. He's standing back at his goal line. Brady Cleaver, deepest man for Berwick. Snap is a good one. Siprich has to keep the football, and he's got to be buried. Ball pops loose. Berwick's going to get it down near the goal line.
I thought at first it was a safety. They spun him around down to the ground, and I thought he was down. But Frank Galicki back there, the referee, says no. It's going to be ruled that he was spun down on the 1. He fumbled it, and Berwick fell on it. So whether it's a fumble recovery on the 1 or, just loss on downs, it's hard to say. In any case, a big break for Berwick. It looked like he was thinking of faking that, Jimmy. Either that or he just saw too much pressure coming because he didn't go into the punting action. He got it, looked, and said, I got to do something, and tried to run. Couldn't.
So the Bulldogs 1 yard away from doubling their lead here in the early going. Cleaver under center. Wilkerson is the running back. Ty Wilkerson gets the ball straight ahead, and it is a Berwick touchdown. 31st rushing touchdown of the season for Ty Wilkerson.
Yeah, pretty vanilla. Wasn't sure who was going to get the gift after the defense was able to make the stop on the fake punt or the I can't punt it decision by Lucas Siprich. In any case, an easy score for Berwick with that field position.
Caleb Yost on to attempt the extra point. Gabe Decker does the long snapping for the Bulldogs. Ashton Smith the holding. Long count, snap, placement, and whistles blow dead.
Yeah, Berwick moved. I think the snap was coming a little late. About 3 people on the Berwick line of scrimmage broke their stances and got into that sort of statue pose where you don't let people run through you. So they'll move it back, and the consecutive PAT streak is going to be backed up a little bit.
He has made 38 in a row. Again, the school record is 44 by Olivia Seeley back in 2014. Snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field. 8:22 remaining in the opening quarter. Berwick 14. Tunkhannock nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 to go.
Caleb Yost will kick it off following his second extra point in the early going. Berwick off to a good start. 14-0 Bulldogs, 8:22 remaining in this first quarter play. Yost's last kickoff was long, and Berwick had terrific coverage. Werkheiser and O'Neill deep for Tunkhannock.
Kicking from the middle of that 40-yard stripe.
His kick will go short and covered by one of the up men about the 21-yard line. So that's where Tunkhannock will put it in play as Jacob Solt covers it at the 21.
Yeah, he had to go down. You know, the balls bounce funny. They're meant to bounce funny when he squib kicks them. So like a good outfielder in baseball, to prevent any ball from getting down, you kind of get down on a knee and smother it. And, of course, you down yourself in doing so.
So the Tigers, their second possession was 3 and out on their first. And then a problem with the punt formation gave Berwick an easy score to increase their lead to 14-0. Zach Ledwinski, the junior quarterback, under center. He's got an offset eye behind him. Gives the ball to Siprich and nothing doing. May have not gotten back to the line of scrimmage as he is brought down by J.J. Leonard. Has had a terrific season. Coming in, number 3 on the team in tackles. 17 tackles for loss, make it 18. As this one back to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he could have given that tackle to about 4 different Berwick Bulldogs. I noticed Matt Gordner in there for his 3rd successive defensive stellar play.
2nd and 12. Tigers back of their 20. Ledwinski rolls right to throw. Big pass rush. He gets the pass away, and it's incomplete. Boy, Gabe Decker all over the quarterback.
He was, and he started with an inside charge, and he saw the quarterback come more in his direction, so he broke to the outside, got a hand around his waist, started pulling him down from behind. Looked like a sure sack, but give the credit to quarterback Zach Ledwinski to be able to throw that ball away down the seam.
So it is 3rd down and 12 for the Tigers. 3 receivers to the right, including Lucas Siprich. Ledwinski under center. Gives on the handoff to Siprich. Coming around left, he will not get to the line of scrimmage. Again, Berwick winning that line of scrimmage in a big way. It'll be another loss on the play as Skylar Neville coming from his defensive end position to make the play.
Everett Snyder was out at defensive end, Jim, and he was kind of unblocked with the Trips receivers on the same side. So as soon as the snap came, he went toward the quarterback, and then he just kind of waited for the handoff and chased that play down.
4th down, call coming. Tigers had problems with this punt on their first attempt. Siprich down around the Tunkhannock 5, awaiting the snap. High snap, he pulls it in, and gets the kick away. And it will take a Tunkhannock bounce and roll dead about midfield. Nice play by Siprich.
Yes, it was. And he realized they're going to bump him. With the high snap, things going a little berserk in the back. Punters are given less protection. So while he was being touched after that quick punt, getting it away, you're not going to get a roughing call.
32 yards on the punt, no return. Berwick with their third possession of this opening quarter. Taking over at midfield, 6:43 to go in the first, and they lead it 14-0.
Yeah, punting has not been a strength for this team in this game. Tunkhannock suffered where the punter didn't get one off in the end zone and barely brought it out. Would have been better off, in my mind, taking the safety. And now this time he has to field a high snap and barely gets this one off.
Brady Cleaver under center from midfield. Man in motion to the left, handoff is to Ty Wilkerson off the left, and Ty Wilkerson, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's in for a Berwick touchdown. Wilkerson in from 50 yards out, his second touchdown of this quarter, his 32nd of the season.
Give him 68 yards on the game on 4 carries. The key block was the pulling lineman, and again, Matt Gordner, who's been a standout defensively, pulled out from his right side and kicked out the man on the left. That man had contained, and it really widened the C gap. Ty Wilkerson saw that, sprinted on through, and then it was just a race to the end zone, and he wins all races.
Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Ashton Smith. Long count. Decker's snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout in the field, 6:34 to go. Opening quarter, Berwick 21. Tunkhannock nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Go Rocks PA. Go!
Ready to tackle your financial goals? First Keystone Community Bank invites you to play smart with your savings. Lock in a 182-day CD at 4.25% annual percentage yield to enjoy the winning combination of security, high interest, and short-term convenience. Go for the goal with a First Keystone Community Bank CD. For more information, visit fkc.bank. Minimum balance to earn annual percentage yield is $5,000. Terms apply. Member FDIC.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
We've been telling you about Ty Wilkerson and his bid for a single-season rushing record at Berwick, and he's well on his way with this one to a great start. But that also was his 32nd rushing touchdown of the season. The school record is 38 by Brad Quick back in that memorable 2004 season. So he's closing in on a couple as Caleb Yost will kick it off for the Bulldogs.
Again, from the middle of the field rather than the hash marks.
And his kick will be fielded by Carter O'Neill at the 10 to the 15 to the 20, and is brought down about the 26, maybe the 27-yard line. So O'Neill on the return, and Ashton Smith, who's done a great job on special teams for Berwick this season, makes the stop.
Tunkhannock has yet to get any type of offense going. Every mark on my sheet is either an incomplete pass or a negative yards rushing. Well, not even a positive play, let alone a first down for the Tigers.
Best field position for them, however, at their own 26-yard line. They move from our left to our right. 6:29 remaining in this first half. Austin Werkheiser in a slot to the left. Letwinski out of the gun. Siprich to his right. First down call coming. Letwinski gives to Siprich, and there's some running room for the first time, and a great effort by him over the 40 to the 41. Brock Sims in on the stop for Berwick, but a good job by the offensive front by the Tigers.
Berwick might have been on a stunt twisting away from that. I'm not sure. In any case, Tigers' offensive line really did open it up for Siprich, and he burst on through there, Jim, with authority.
16 yards on the carry by Lucas Siprich, the sophomore and the leading rusher for this team. First and 10 for the Tigers at their own 42-yard line. Slot to the left. O'Neill is wide to the right. Fake, and then a pass to Siprich, catch and a gain out to the 49-yard line. Brock Sims in on the stop. It wasn't Sipridge, but it was Randall Paxton, the tight end, who caught the pass.
His third catch of the season. He had only 10 yards receiving. Had that good 6-7-yarder on there. As the pressure was really coming on, Ashton Smith was blitzing down the middle and really hurried the quarterback.
2nd down and 4. Tunkhannock at their own 48-yard line. Tigers have something going on their third possession. Slot to the left side. I formation. Latwinski under center. Gives the ball to Sipridge. He meets Brock Sims and then carries Brock over midfield to the 49-yard line of the Bulldogs to pick up a 3. 3rd and short coming.
Sipridge is going to get the running start from his tailback position about 5 yards before the line of scrimmage. Brock Sims is a linebacker 2-3 yards off. He's going to have to stay square, come up and kind of catch him. So Sipridge does have the power. Drug him for a yard or so, but Brock Sims keeps him short of the chains.
Injury timeout on the field. One of the Tigers down at the current line of scrimmage, which would be the Berwick 49-yard line.
Yeah, near the point of contact of the tackle. We'll have to see who it is. Sipridge would be a tremendous loss for this team if it is him. It's not, though. Number 9. Oh, it is Lucas Sipridge. Yeah. He's up and walking. Might have got his bell rung a little bit, Jim. They'll make sure that his head is clear before he gets back out there.
Andy, we don't use bell rung anymore in the age of concussions.
What would you like?
Anything but that. It makes light of what could be serious as they look to him on the sideline.
He got up very quickly, though, which is a good sign.
3rd down and less than a yard. Randall Paxton is in that backfield. Jeremiah Montero as well. Slot to the left side. 3rd and short. Tigers from the Berwick 49. A direct snap to Paxton, hit behind the line. He won't get there. They tried a little trickery on 3rd down and less than a yard. Boy, Skylar Neville and Brock Sims were all over it.
Yeah, they like Wildcat, Jim, and Berwick is well schooled knowing that this team enjoys going with Wildcat. So when you don't see the standard quarterback in that position, keep your eye on that man that he may run. He did, and Berwick put the kibosh to it.
4th and 4 now for Tunkhannock at their own 48-yard line. Sipridge would be the punter, but he's still being treated on the sideline. So we may see a play from scrimmage here. Latwinski looks to the sideline, and Tunkhannock will talk about it. Timeout Tigers, 4:09 to go. Opening quarter, 21-0 Bulldogs. You're listening to Berwick football on Go Rocks, PA.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick. The roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding. Specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas. Now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 to go.
4:09 remaining in the opening quarter of this regular season finale here in Tunkhannock. Berwick off to a great start, leading 21-0. The Tigers, after their timeout, we'll see what they're going to come up with on 4th and 4. They have it at their own 48-yard line. The punter, Lucas Sipridge, is back in there, but he's not lined up as if to punt.
Well, one thing you want to do is bark the signals, Jim. It's less than 5 yards. You hope to draw Berwick offsides.
The snap back to Latwinski. Fires a pass to the far side. Has a completion, and Berwick covers it well at midfield, short of the first down yardage. Boy, Bulldogs swarmed to the ball after that completed pass.
You kept your eye on Sipridge coming out of the backfield, Jim. He was in that pistol, as you mentioned, on the left side, and he ran a little flat route. Got about 2 yards of depth, but as you mentioned, he only needed 4, but never got a chance to turn it upfield as Berwick really came hustling to the football.
So the Bulldogs will take over at midfield with 4:02 remaining. They are 3 for 3, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. The 50-yard burst by Ty Wilkerson, his second of the quarter, his 32nd of the season. Alex Estrella, wide to the left side. Under center, Brady Cleaver. After a shift, Wilkerson, the tailback, in the eye. Everett Snyder ahead of him. The give is to Wilkerson. Up the middle, Ty Wilkerson spins away, still on his feet, gets to the 41-yard line. Terrific effort. That's what makes him so good. Obviously, every time he's on the field, he's the fastest player on the field, but he can do what he just did there.
He got 9 yards, Jim, where any human running back gets maybe 2. There just was nothing there. He refused to go down, kept the feet chugging, spun away, spun again, and turned a 2-yard gain into a 9-yard gain.
2nd and 1. 2 blocking backs to the left. Toss sweep to the left. Ty Wilkerson follows the blockers, has the first down, and gets to about the 37-yard line. And pick up about 4 on the play. Carter O'Neill in on the stop for the Tigers.
They'll move the chains with that effort. So taking it in smaller chunks rather than the explosives you expect when Ty Wilkerson touches the ball. But give the Tigers credit, that defense is rallying to the football. They're going to key on Ty Wilkerson. C.J. Curry calling the plays is aware. He'll see that tendency. Keep an eye on Brady Cleaver with that little fake pitch.
I formation, Cleaver under center. Estrella, the wide receiver to the right from the 37-yard line. Play action. Back to throw. Looking for Estrella. He is wide open. Makes the catch for the touchdown. Brady Cleaver, play action. It goes 35 yards for the score.
Beautiful deception on the play action fake. Again, everyone's reacting to Ty Wilkerson, so when he dives into the line, people come his way, including the secondary. The secondary cheated up to try to stop the run, realizing they got to plug all the gaps or make the plays. Alex Estrella gets behind everybody by a good 15, 20 yards. Brady Cleaver throws it up nicely. Estrella runs under and scores.
Estrella, before that catch, was averaging over 29 yards a reception. He upped that as Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout in the field, 2:50 to go, first quarter. Berwick 28, Tunkhannock nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The Goat.
Brady Cleaver with play action. Of course, when you have Ty Wilkerson in the backfield, a fake to him draws a lot of attention, and Alex Estrella was all by his lonesome downfield for the touchdown reception, his third of the season for Brady Cleaver. He now has 6 touchdown passes, 2 in this opening quarter as Berwick leads at 28-0, 2:50 remaining in the quarter.
Caleb Yost, perfect 4 for 4 on his PATs. He'll kick this one off from the right hash.
Sophomore approaches. Kick goes to the far side. Werkheiser down around the 7-yard line to the 10, to the 15, looking for some running room. Pretty good coverage downfield for the Bulldogs. They'll bring him down around the 25 on the far side of the field. Berwick sideline.
Yeah, Caleb May, first man down. He has to contain on that side, and he kept it. Stayed near the sideline. Eventually, Werkheiser has to run into him.
So they'll mark the football at the 24-yard line. That's where the Tigers will put it in play. They had something going on their last possession, but had to give it up on downs at midfield. And now they have it as the 2:41 shows on the first quarter clock, because there's 3 receivers to the right. Ladwinski out of the pistol, Siprich behind him. First down call coming. Tigers move from our left to our right this opening quarter. Berwick showing blitz. Adwinski gives to Siprich straight ahead, nothing doing.
Connor Roberts in there, inside linebacker. Got to step into the backfield, read the play very well, and he'll knock Siprich for that 1-yard loss. A couple unique things I'm seeing. Everett Snyder, who often plays nose, is playing on the outside like a stand-up defensive end, and he's switching left and right. The defensive end, who normally would be outside of him, is kind of backing off and giving a little bit of room. So Everett Snyder getting a look as a stand-up defensive end, which is rather unique.
Yeah, and Gabe Decker looks like he's playing a corner.
Yeah.
Second down and 11. Tigers back at their 23. Toss sweep right side, Lucas Siprich. He meets resistance as he gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
You called all the people, Jim. Gabe Decker came up, took the outside away. When he tried to turn it in, Everett Snyder was there wrestling with the tight end. And then eventually Ashton Smith coming from the inside. So great assignment defense, playing to contain, playing at the hole, coming from the inside, scraping down the line. Just wonderfully played, holding Siprich, who's a strong runner, to, again, just about a yard.
Third down and 9. Tigers at their own 25-yard line. 3 receivers to the left. Carter O'Neill to the right. Quick pitch to Siprich. He's got some running room, breaks a tackle. He's at the 40, still on his feet to midfield. Terrific effort. He's brought down by Alex Estrella, but not before that sophomore picks up big yardage.
It was a unique play. Quarterback started like he was going to run, and then it was a quick option pitch outside to the right. Brock Sims over-pursued to get to him, and Siprich, talented runner, put a little jump cut to the inside, eluded him, and then he was off to the races on a beautiful run, as you mentioned.
26 yards on the carry by the sophomore Lucas Siprich, and the Tigers with a first down at the Berwick 49-yard line. Sletwinski out of the pistol. Siprich behind him. Slot to the left side. First down call. Siprich gets the call and is brought down right about the line of scrimmage.
J.J. Leonard eventually grabbed him to pull him back as he was one hole further out. It was sort of a fullback trapping play. He had a big body in there, almost like a wingback. He pulled over to the left, got a nice kick-out block, and opened things up for Siprich. But Berwick on the inside holds tough.
Second down and 10. Tigers at the Bulldog 49-yard line, perhaps the last play of this opening quarter. 3 receivers to the left. As the call goes to Siprich off the left side, running hard, but he gets a lot of resistance and gets just a yard or 2 on the play.
Excellent linebacker play, trying to catch the number. It was Ashton Smith who was kind of waiting. No blitzing that time, kind of just scraping to the hole, meeting the running back. You'll give him a yard.
And 1 quarter is in the books here at Tiger Stadium with the score. Berwick 28, Tunkhannock nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Are your appliances feeling a little bit outdated? You're looking for the best deals in town? Well, look no further than Flick Brothers Electric, your go-to family-owned appliance paradise. Flick Brothers Electric has all the top-notch name-brand appliances you could ever dream of. Washers, dryers, refrigerators, dishwashers, microwave stoves. They even give free estimates on Fujitsu ductless air conditioner heat pump units. Flick Brothers Electric on Maple Lane, keeping Bloomsburg cool, clean, and cooking for over 65 years. Call them at 570-784-3444.
Hey guys, this is Ray, Chad, and Pat from Blaze Alexander GMC of Greater Hazelton. It is October. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. What are we going to do?
We're going to sell all new in-stock inventory $1,000 under invoice.
That's the breast news I've heard in a long time. We're going to give a $100 donation to the Breast Cancer Awareness for every vehicle sold this month in October. That's amazing. That's awesome. So do your part. Remember, come to Blaze Alexander Greater Hazelton. We're not just a great car dealership. We go for great causes.
$100 donation for every vehicle sold. $1,000 under invoice.
And don't forget, we have the lowest price guarantee.
Well, we'll give you $1,000.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
Quarter in the books here at Tiger Stadium in Tunkhannock. Berwick dominating Tunkhannock by a score of 28-0 as we start this second quarter. Tigers have something going. They have the ball at the Berwick 48-yard line, facing a 3rd down and 8.
Lucas Siprich got them going with that beautiful run, Jim. But other than that, Berwick's been playing the run very, very well and smothering it. 3rd and long, not a situation the Tigers like.
Letwinski waits the shotgun snap. And a problem with the snap, and it's loose, and it looks like Berwick is on the football.
Carter O'Neill was coming in motion and then started slowing down as he approached the quarterback, and I'm wondering, are they going to get it and pitch it to him or what? Eventually, he got too far in front of the quarterback. The shotgun snap came back, and he hit him right in the noggin. He's wearing one of those padded helmets, so it was pretty visible to see. Bounced right back to the center.
Skylar Neville on the recovery for Berwick, and the Bulldogs take over at their 49-yard line. They lead 28-0. They're moving from our left to our right as we view things here in the second quarter. Brady Cleaver out of the pistol and whistles. Illegal procedure against the Bulldogs.
Frank Galicki in the white hat. Stands a good 20 yards behind the offense when the ball is placed. He has a good view of the entire line of scrimmage from there. Sees the motion. Flags Berwick.
Ball back at the Bulldog 44-yard line. So far, so good for this Berwick offense. 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns. 2 rushing by Ty Wilkerson. 2 passing. Brady Cleaver, 2. Caleb May and Alex Estrella.
Both of 35 yards.
From the 44-yard line. The give is to Ty Wilkerson. Breaks free down the far sideline. 30, 25. They have the angle on him. Forget the angle. He's in for Berwick touchdown. Ty Wilkerson goes the distance, 56 yards.
He had 81, so make it 137 yards on that. His 3rd touchdown run of the half, Jim. Pretty vanilla play, power play off the left side, kind of right over the left tackle. Breaking some arm tackles, attempting to try to reach and grab at him. No one's able to square up. And then once he gets downfield, it becomes the foot race. Again, he wins all the foot races.
Caleb Yost trying to go 5 for 5 in this game. Extra points. Ashton Smith does the holding, and Gabe Decker the long snapping.
Hoping for his 42nd in a row. The school record is 44 by Olivia Seeley.
Long count, snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout in the field. 11:43 to go in the first half with the score. Berwick 35, Tunkhannock nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The Goat.
Could very well be a record-setting night here in Tunkhannock for Berwick's senior running back, Ty Wilkerson. Came into this game needing 237 rushing yards to eclipse the single-season rushing record by Brant Quick, set at Berwick back in 2004. And he's got a ton, and there's still 11:43 to go in this first half.
Yeah, the score is building up rather quickly, Jim. There was a 1-yard touchdown after a bad punt, and when you feel you have the advantage on a team with talent, you don't really want those short nothing type of touchdowns. You want them to have where you can drive the length of the field and accrue some yardage.
Caleb Yost will kick it off. Kick is very, very high and short, and O'Neill at the 20-yard line gets it outside to the 30, and a nice tackle in the open field at the 35. Caleb May does such a good job on special teams. Nice form tackle in the open field.
Yeah, he has to contain. He's the man who has to come down rather cautiously so no one can get wide of him. So eventually, as that runner was coming his way. He gave a little step or two just to make sure he wasn't going to get it wide of him, and then a good form tackle, as you mentioned, Jim.
1st and 10 for Tunkhannock. As looks like Paxton is about to take that direct snap with Siprich to his left.
Yeah, we've seen him in the Wildcat once.
From the 35. Man in motion, left to right. Randall Paxton has the snap. Fakes to Siprich, keeps the ball himself, and will lose yardage back to the 32-yard line.
Berwick just filled all the gaps and came through them all, Jim. Eventually finishing the tackle was Mike Perry. But there was a nice fake of a runner going to the right. 3 people tackled him. Paxton, with his sort of aqua-colored gloves and shoes, decides to come the opposite way. But no, Mike Perry's there and finishes him off for a loss of a yard.
2nd down and 11 for Tunkhannock at their own 34-yard line. Tigers move from our right to our left as we view things here in the second quarter. Berwick with the big lead, trying to finish off the program's first unbeaten regular season since 2013. Direct snap, but whistles blow it dead before. Illegal procedure against the Tigers.
Yeah, I thought it was taking a while to get the play in, and then sometime linemen get in the stance and just can't hold it that long. So they'll move it back the requisite 5 yards and try it again.
2nd and 16. Stay with us at halftime. Chris Algard bring us updated on the high school football scoreboard. A lot of rivalry games being played on this final night of the regular season. Chris will have an update on all those. Draven Geiger's in that defensive front for Berwick right now as Tunkhannock faces a 2nd and 16. Tigers back at their 29. As they look to the sideline, does Paxton and Siprich, and timeout called by Tunkhannock. 10:22 to go in the half. 35-0 Bulldogs. You're listening to Berwick football on Goat Rocks, PA.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
10:22 to go, first half here at Tiger Stadium in Tunkhannock. Berwick leading the Tigers by a score of 35-0. And Tunkhannock with the football following their timeout, facing a 2nd and 16. They have it at their own 29-yard line.
Offensive linemen have stayed out around the football. A lot of the skilled players coming from huddling with the coach and out to their positions. Many of them flanked out.
Siprich is in there, I think, about to take the direct snap.
99 is in there, Jim.
That's Jake Patton. As the snap goes to Siprich, tries the right side, and Berwick is all over the play. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Push back to the 20. And Berwick indicating they have the football. So the Bulldogs get their 2nd fumble. Ashton Smith on the recovery.
Could be the 3rd, depending on what you consider that punt mistake as being, whether he was down the yard out of the end zone or whether he fumbled it to Berwick. We'd have to get an official ruling. But Berwick playing opportunistic, Jim, getting on in there. You know, and after a timeout where the coach can talk and line the players up and say, here's what we want to run, and put some unique people in and a unique formation, it still just didn't come off smoothly.
So Berwick, first down at the Tunkhannock 23-yard line. Ty Wilkerson takes the direct snap and tripped up as he tries the left side. Got his foot caught with somebody. Probably prevented a long run.
Yeah, I'd say so. Looked like he was going to have some good sailing. But before anyone really gets to him, he is tripped up in the backfield and They'll still get a yard out of it.
2nd and 9, Berwick at the Tunkhannock 22-yard line. Clock running, 9:45 remaining in this opening half. Caleb May wide right, Alex Estrella wide left. Both of them have touchdown receptions in this half. Wilkerson goes in motion to the right. Cleaver back to throw. Stop, pump fake, big pass rush. He's in trouble. Still on his feet, gets the pass away, incomplete. And we may have a flag, we will. That pass did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I didn't have a clear view of it. I think when he first pumped, I thought it was hit back by a defensive lineman, but then the play did continue. Did it go to a lineman and then be caught by somebody else and then be returned? They're having a confab on this, Jim.
The pass needs to get back to the line of scrimmage. It did not.
Well, let's see how they call it. Again, it's hard to see. I thought on what you called a pump fake, the ball was released. Intentional grounding is, as you say it, loss of down. Yeah.
So the walk-off will be to the 37-yard line. And the loss of down will bring up 3rd down and 24 for Berwick.
I know my play call. Give it to Ty Wilkerson. They're on the left hash. Again, natural grass. He's been running well. Tripped himself up on the last time he attempted to carry, but that's pretty unique.
And marking at the 35-yard line, but they're still talking about it.
I think everyone saw it a little bit differently. Got a good look.
We're ready to go. Berwick at the 35-yard line. 3rd and long, Bulldogs in Tunkhannock territory. Wilkerson gets the call off the left side, looks for some running room inside the 30 to the 25 to the 20 and down the sideline, forced out of bounds across the way near the 10-yard line.
I could coach, Jim. I called that play.
Boy, good for you, Captain Obvious.
Give me that kind of talent, and I had some good talent too. Ty Wilkerson's a special talent. Measure it out, Jim. He had 138 yards prior to that one. We don't want to cheat him on his way to a record.
Add 25 to that.
Call it 163.
1st and goal, Berwick at the 10. Wilkerson, the tailback in the eye. Cleaver gives to Ty up the middle, breaks the tackle, gets inside the 5, gets down to about the 3-yard line. He'll pick up about 7, 2nd and goal.
J.J. Leonard took a step back and went up the hole to lead the way, but there was no one for him to hit. Wilkerson finding a nice seam on his way down there. How many on that one, Jim?
That would be 6 to the 4-yard line.
169. They've moved the chains on me as they're in that goal line area.
2nd and goal, Berwick at the Tunkhannock 4-yard line. 2 blocking backs to the right now. Cleaver under center. Wilkerson, the lone running back. The give is to Everett Snyder off the left side, and Everett Snyder's in for Berwick. Touchdown from 4 yards out.
His 3rd touchdown of the year. On occasion, they like to give it to the blocking back as a reward. From 4 yards out is where that one will go. Started as a blocking back on the right side, crossed in front, took the handoff from the quarterback and turned it to a sweep toward the pylon, which he reaches easily.
So Berwick extends the lead, and Caleb Yost will try to extend his streak of made extra points.
Looking for number 43 in a row. 44 in a row is the record by Olivia Seeley.
Snap. Placement, a little delay on the part of Caleb, but he kicks it through. Timeout in the field, 8:02 remaining, first half. Berwick 42, Tunkhannock nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
Berwick overcomes a large penalty of intentional grounding on that possession. They still get the touchdown. Everett Snyder from his fullback position. Third rushing touchdown of the season for him. And the Bulldogs have extended their lead to 42-0. Still 8:02 to go in this first half.
Caleb Yost ready to kick it off. Approaches soccer style. He's going to keep it on the far hash, the Berwick sideline.
Yost has quite the record going in extra point consecutively. And now kicking off to the far side. Fielded by one of the upmen at the 15-yard line. The return, and a good return it is, out to about the 30-yard line. And that's where Tunkhannock will put it in play.
A little bit of a slip initially by that return man. Regained his balance and did make a nice return with it. Number 24 on that.
David Huff on the return for the Tigers, who take over at their own 30-yard line with 7:56 remaining in this opening half. And we see some substitutions for Berwick as getting into that secondary right now for the Bulldogs is Sawyer Keller, a senior. He's at the right corner as the Tigers put in play at their own 30. Ledwinski back in there at quarterback, gives straight ahead and nothing doing.
Berwick is just crashing through the gaps, getting through the line of scrimmage as if there's no offensive line there, beating ball carriers in the backfield. So before anyone has a chance to really get going, Berwick's in a position to slow them down.
So it'll be second down and 10 for the Tigers at their own 30. Tunkhannock coming into this game 4-5 overall. This will be their season finale tonight. Berwick, of course, will be in the District 2 3A semifinals at Crispin Field next Friday. The call straight ahead, and again, nothing doing. Berwick just owns that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, as soon as the ball snapped, Berwick is firing through the gaps as if there's no resistance. They're just not being blocked. Then they're going to locate the ball carrier, and 4 or 5, if not 6 white jerseys are going to collapse on them. They're spotting it again at the line of scrimmage, and I'm surprised that the runner's able to get that far.
Everett Snyder in on that last stop for the Bulldogs. He has had an outstanding senior season. Number 4 tackles coming in with 42, 13 tackles for loss for Everett Snyder. He's played linebacker, he's played nose, and he's been outstanding at both. Here's a 3rd and 10. Ledwinski, toss sweep left side, Siprich, and he will not get to the 25-yard line.
Everett Snyder once more. We mentioned he's playing a bit of a stand-up defensive end. They realized, Tunkhannock did, that pounding the middle's getting them nowhere. There's just too much penetration. So they said, let's pitch this one wide. Well, they pitched it Everett Snyder's side. He takes on the block with his inside left shoulder, makes the tackle with his right arm, and it's going to set up the punt.
Siprich has had a couple of good carries in this game, but a loss of 5 there. And he is back to punt. Standing back at the Tigers' 11-yard line. Ashton Smith now is deep for Berwick.
What can't he do?
Yeah, normally it's Brady Cleaver, but it's Cleaver's the up man standing at the Tunkhannock 40. Good snap. The kick is away. Low line drive, takes a good roll where Tunkhannock is concerned, then picked up at the 43-yard line by Ashton Smith, and a nice return to the Tunkhannock 46-yard line.
Letting it bounce, then saying, hey, they're just not down here. Why not pick it up and take it forward for 3 or 4 more yards? Ashton Smith did just that, felt comfortable, and was able to get it.
35 yards on the punt, 9 yards on the return. Berwick takes over at the Tunkhannock 46-yard line with 5:27 remaining in this opening half, and the Bulldogs leading this one 42-0.
Tymir Wilkerson, by my count, has 169 yards. He needed the 237 to set the single-season rushing record. We worry with about 5.5 minutes left in the half how much more time we'll see of Ty Wilkerson. May get a few more carries here in this drive.
Center Henry Snyder over the football at the Tunkhannock 46. The give is to Wilkerson off the left side. Beats some resistance, keeps going, hurdles a tackler in the open field, far side. 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is in for a Berwick touchdown. This one goes 46 yards.
Put him at 215 yards on the game. Needed 237 for that single-season rushing record. This one was hard-earned, Jimmy. Went up the middle, and the blocking wasn't there where there was a clean hole. He had to stall out near the line of scrimmage, fight his way through, then break a tackle at the linebacker level, break another tackle, and then finally able to kick it on into gear almost from a standstill. But with his speed, he's able to do so.
And here's Caleb Yost trying to tie the school record for consecutive extra points at 44. He's got 43 going into this one. The snap, the placement, the kick is up, and the kick is good. He's got a tie with 5:15 remaining in the opening half. Berwick 49, Tunkhannock nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Go Rocks, PA.
Did you inherit an estate, or did you recently buy real estate that needs to be cleaned out? J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick is the easiest and the fastest when it comes to big clean-outs. They'll also clean out your attic, basement, or garage. Wherever you've got junk, call J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling today at 844-GET-JDOG and get your job done the military way with respect, integrity, and trust. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is proudly veteran-owned and operated.
WLYC AM Williamsport, WHLM AM, WCFT HD3 Bloomsburg.
We will rock you like a hurricane.
102, 104, and 107. The GOAT, a Seven Mountains Media radio station.
There just aren't enough adjectives to describe Ty Wilkerson and the kind of season he is having. Latest, a 46-yard touchdown run. He's closing in on the school record in this opening half as Berwick has built a 49-0 lead. Meanwhile, sophomore Caleb Yost has tied the school record for consecutive extra points. He just kicked his 44th in a row, and he will kick off following Wilkerson's touchdown run. Two people deep for the Tigers as the kick is taken on a knee about the 16-yard line, so that's where Tunkhannock will put it in play.
Carter O'Neill wanted to pick it up, and his back foot slipped out from under him. Puts the knee on the ground as he does so. Realized he would have had at least 10 yards forward before he'd meet resistance, but instead they'll spot it where his knee went down.
Well, the natural grass has not slowed down Ty Wilkerson here tonight. We described the weather as rainy to start. It isn't raining now, as Tunkhannock has it at their own 15-yard line with 4:39 remaining in this opening half. Sawyer Keller remains in there at a corner position for the Bulldogs. Connor Roberts, one of the linebackers. Tunkhannock from their own 15. Sipprich the call, and nothing doing.
Connor Roberts squared up in the hole. Saw he was going to come at him over the left guard. He stepped up, got him into numbers, drove him back, and then got help from other white jerseys.
Ty Wilkerson now gets a breather. He goes off from his safety position. Blake Gensel is in for him. Second down call. A yard for Sipprich. 2nd and 9. Tigers at their 16.
Taking their time getting the plays called. They all look to the side, to the coach, and then get themselves ready to position for the play.
From the 16-yard line, Letwinski under center. Gives to Sipprich, has some running room, and gets out to the 26-yard line. Ashton Smith makes the stop for the Bulldogs.
Got a nice seam up the middle over the left leg of the center. burst on through till Ashton Smith was able to retrace, angle on back, and spin him to the ground. That was a very nice run.
10 yards for Lucas Siprich, just a sophomore. Came in with some good rushing numbers, 745 yards, over 5 yards a carry. And the Tigers at their 26-yard line with a first down. Slot to the left, I formation. Letwinski back to pass, and the pass is incomplete. In his face was Ashton Smith.
Almost had a look of a busted play. The back looked like he wanted to take the handoff. The quarterback kind of faked it and went by him. Back needed to block Ashton Smith a little bit better. Quarterback still had to hustle the pass, and it all goes for naught.
Second down and 10. Clock stops with that incompletion. 2:47 remaining in this opening half. Jaden Newell, a wide receiver to the right. O'Neal in a slot to that side. Second down call. Ledwinski gives to Siprich up the middle, breaks one tackle, and takes a big hit at about the 29-yard line.
Ashton Smith at defensive end went upfield, laid his contain. Once that was done, he saw the handoff and saw Siprich going through the line. He then just turned and beeline toward that running back and really drove on into him. 2-yard gain, but a punishing hit by Ashton Smith.
Third down, about 7 for the Tigers at their own 29-yard line. As we go under 2 minutes remaining in this opening half. Slot to the left side. Ledwinski awaits the shotgun snap. He has it. Back to throw. He fires over the middle, has completion, but it's short of the first down yardage, out to about the 34-yard line as Newell caught the pass. Connor Roberts among the people in on the stop, but they are giving him the first down with the forward progress to the 36.
Yeah, Jaden Newell went down the middle, was willing to catch that pass, realized he's going to take a hit from behind. Held on very well, give him that completion and that first down.
Tigers at their 36-yard line. Ledwinski looks to the sideline for the play call. He's got a slot to the right side. I formation directly behind him. Keeps it himself, rolls right, big pass rush. He will be sacked back at the 25-yard line.
Catch the number, big number 74, Jameer Ramos, Jim, coming on in first. People on each side also collapsing, but again, the blocking and the offensive line is just letting the quarterback down, getting no time. The running backs have gotten no time. Berwick just having a spree in there as they're playing well at the defensive front.
Second and long, we'll call it 19. Tigers back at their 27-yard line. They may let this clock run out or maybe run one more play. From their 27. Give on the play. Run off the left side. Siprich over the 30, out to the 32-yard line. Ramos again in on the stop, as that will be the last play of this opening half with the score. Berwick 49 and Tunkhannock nothing. You're listening to Berwick Football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Hey, hometown fans. You know Journey Bank as your trusted local bank. But did you know we're also the biggest cheerleader for our community's youth? From athletes competing under the Friday night lights, to students excelling in the classroom, to talented teen stars singing center stage, we're investing in the future of our young people. At Journey Bank, we're committed to helping our kids score big in every aspect of life. Journey Bank, where dreams are nurtured and futures are built. Journey Bank, proud supporter of our local youth.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick. The roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding. Specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas. Now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
When you're shopping for insurance, You might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
Do you suffer from tired, achy, heavy legs? Are you looking to elevate your performance and style? Discover the perfect fusion of fashion and function at the Compression Shop of Berwick. If you're looking for medical or athletic compression wear, if you're looking to power through your workday, or you're looking to recover post-workout, the Compression Shop has personalized consultations and most of the products are try before you buy. All military get 10% off every day. The Compression Shop Berwick, West Front Street. Check out their Facebook page.
Did you inherit an estate or did you recently buy real estate that needs to be cleaned out? J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick is the easiest and the fastest when it comes to big clean-outs. They'll also clean out your attic, basement, or garage. Wherever you've got junk, call J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling today at 844-GET-JDOG and get your job done the military way with respect, integrity, and trust. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is proudly veteran-owned and operated.
1, 2, 3.
Now it's time for the Berwick Bulldogs halftime show on 102, 104, and 107. The GOAT.
Halftime from Tiger Stadium in Tunkhannock. A regular season finale. Bulldogs well on their way to finishing with the program's first unbeaten regular season since 2013. They lead Tunkhannock at the break 49-0. Berwick scored on their first possession. A 5-play, 62-yard drive, capped on a swing pass from Brady Cleaver to Caleb May, who uses great speed to come down this near sideline, 33 yards for the score. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick led by a score of 7-0, 10:08 to go in the first. On Tunkhannock's next possession, they were forced to punt from deep in their own territory. They had a problem with the snap. Berwick took over at the 1-yard line. Ty Wilkerson in for the touchdown. Caleb Yost with the extra point. 14-0 Bulldogs, 8:23 to go in that opening quarter. Later, Wilkerson, a little more standard run for him. 50-yard touchdown with 6:34 to go in the half. Caleb Yost with the extra point, 21-0 Bulldogs. Still in that opening quarter. Play action. Brady Cleaver from the 35-yard line of Tunkhannock, going deep to Alex Estrella, his big play receiver, who is wide open for the score. Caleb Yost with the extra point. 28-0 Bulldogs after 1 quarter play. Early in the second quarter, another typical Ty Wilkerson run, 56 yards. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick extend their lead to 35-0. 33rd rushing touchdown of the season for Ty Wilkerson. Again, the school record is 38 by Brent Quick. 8:02 to go in the second. Berwick got another score, this time from Everett Snyder, the fullback, from 4 yards out. Ashton Smith got that started with a fumble recovery at the 24-yard line of Tunkhannock. Caleb Yost with the extra point, 42-0 Bulldogs. And then Ty Wilkerson with another touchdown run, 46 yards with 5:15 to go. His 34th rushing touchdown of the season. He finishes the half just 22 yards from tying the school record for rushing yards. And then Caleb Yost with a significant extra point, his 44th in a row, that ties the school record, as Olivia Seeley set that record of 44 straight back in 2014. Yost, just a sophomore, ties it, and maybe more to come in the second half. First half has come to an end. Berwick leading this one by a score of 49-0. Stay with us. Andy Lickney will have the first half stats. Chris Howgard will bring us updated on the high school football scoreboard. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickshinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
In case you haven't noticed, it's that time of year when it gets chillier every day. Is your vehicle ready? Let MasterTech Auto Services of Berwick winterize your car and ensure your precious cargo stays safe. They have a great selection of brand name tires, and you can save 25% on mounting and balancing when you buy a set of 4. MasterTech Auto Services will do their best to get you in and out the same day. Schedule an appointment now at MasterTechAutoBerwick.com with Saturdays now available. Saving you money every step of the way. MasterTech Auto Services in Berwick.
Looking for convenient and reliable waste disposal? If you need residential, curbside pickup, or dumpster rentals, EcoFirst Logistics full-service trash service has you covered from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. They're designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly, ensuring what can be saved is sorted out. EcoFirst Logistics also offers roll-off dumpsters for all your construction, demolition, and junk hauling needs. Visit them online or call EcoFirst Logistics, a proud supporter of the Berwick Bulldogs.
Ford is built for every drive, every adventure, every day. Ready, set, Ford. And right now at Ken Pollock Ford, we're celebrating 10 years of driving you forward. As a proud Ford President's Award winner, we're bringing you incredible offers like the Bronco, F-150, and Explorer starting at just $499 per month and 0 down. Adventure, strength, versatility, it's all here and it's all Ford. Visit Ken Pollock Ford, 1120 West Front Street, Berwick, or online at kenpollockford.com. Select models, $499 per month, 0 down with approved credit and Ford credit. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details. Offer expires 11/3/25.
Got that Berwick Bulldog spirit? Go to Papa Lou's Place on Vine Street, 2 blocks from Crispin Field, where the Berwick Bulldogs games are on. And there's live music on the patio after each home game, with drink specials every Friday, and try their famous smash burgers, homemade pierogies, and broadster wings with a variety of homemade sauces. Nobody does Berwick High School football like Papa Lou's Place, where the beer is fresh, the food is amazing, and the service is top-notch. See their Facebook page for details and go to Papa Lou's Place to see what the buzz is about.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
Jim Doyle, Andy Lickney, Chris Algard from Tiger Stadium in Tunkhannock. Halftime, Berwick all over Tunkhannock, 49-0. Stats from the first half, Andy Lickney.
Well, which domination do you want to see first? Berwick's offense with 299 yards in total offense at halftime, or Berwick's defense holding Tunkhannock to just 33 yards on a total of 29 plays. I'll start with the defense. Tunkhannock Tigers offense is going to have a tough time going as Berwick is playing lights out. Lucas Siprich is a very strong runner, but 18 carries for 47 yards is all he's been able to muster here at halftime. They keep going with him. He seems to be their strongest weapon. It's a team somewhat depleted by injury. Siprich is going to get his carries. Every now and then he breaks one, through. But other than that, it's back to the line of scrimmage or lose a yard or gain a yard. 47 yards at halftime. The sophomore running back, Lucas Siprich. Randall Paxton took one out of the Wildcat, lost a yard on that. The team, 2 fumbles, lost 17 yards. Bad punt play and another fumble that bounced off of a man in motion's head and get back to Berwick, so I call it as minus 17 to the team. And then the quarterback, Zach Letwinski, he has 2 carries for minus 12 yards in his total. 47 positive yards by Siprich, minus 30 for the team and the quarterback on sacks. A net of 17 positive yards for the Tigers of Tunkhannock here at halftime. Zach Litwinski is 3 of 6 passing, 16 yards to the good. Jaden Newell caught an 8-yard pass. Lucas Siprich caught 1 for 2. And Randall Paxton caught 1 for 6. 16 in the air, 17 on the ground. 33 positive yards in total offense on 29 plays for the Tunkhannock Tigers. And it's just hard to explain how strong Berwick's defense has looked, especially up front. Berwick's offense, of course, looking just as strong, and the strongest, Tymir Wilkerson's number. Came in needing 237 yards for the single-season rushing record. He's 22 yards shy of that. 12 carries, 215 yards here at halftime. And again, we're only in game 10. I'm not sure when Brant Quick was able to get his 2,436 yard. But again, Berwick, when they have such strong runners, often playing extended seasons. Tyler Wilkinson here in week 10, just 22 yards shy of the all-time single-season rushing record. Other than that, Everett Snyder took a little power back counter for a 4-yard touchdown. Brady Cleaver, a quarterback run by design, 10 yards for him. Added to the 215 that Wilkerson has, it's 13 rushes for the team for 229 yards. Quarterback Brady Cleaver is 2 of 3. No interceptions. In fact, no interceptions all year for Berwick. 70 yards in the air. Both passes we tallied as 35-yard touchdown passes. Caleb May caught one, little swing pass, and then sprinted to the outside and outraced everyone to the end zone. Alex Estrella on some faking on the inside. People bid on Tymir Wilkerson, and Estrella was behind the safety by 15, 20 yards. Got a nice, easy touchdown pass thrown by Brady Cleaver. Both touchdowns of 35. 70 in the air for Berwick, 229 on the ground, 299 here at halftime. We will mention the kicking, as we've seen 7 consecutive extra points by Caleb Yost. That last one at number 44 tied Olivia Seeley's record, and an impressive record it was. Tied right now and 1 kick away. Jim, are you aware Olivia got married in the past few weeks?
I am.
And are you aware who the celebrant of that marriage was?
Cos Curry?
Sitting right aside of me throughout. So on a game where we're celebrating C.J. Curry, an undefeated season, likely. Grandfather George Curry having the last undefeated season. It's the middleman, Cos Curry, who gets the celebrant action, and he himself, what a ball player he was.
Andy, here's a question, and there's no right or wrong answer, but if you're C.J. Curry, and if you are aware of what Ty Wilkerson needs for the record, do you put him in for one series, break the record here, or do you save it for a home game at Crispin Field next week?
You know, there's a lot of factors in it. You're going to sit and cool off through halftime. The muscles are going to tighten, and it's 49-0. You know, how does it read as sportsmanship? I think people can understand you're going to give him 1 carry and go for a record, but there's nothing wrong with setting it at home either. I like that notion.
All right, you're on record. Halftime, 49-0 is the Berwick lead. We'll check other scores with Chris Algard when we return. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
Are your appliances feeling a little bit outdated? You looking for the best deals in town? Well, look no further than Flick Brothers Electric, your go-to family-owned appliance paradise. Flick Brothers Electric has all the top-notch name-brand appliances you could ever dream of. Washers, dryers, refrigerators, dishwashers, microwave stoves. They even give free estimates on Fujitsu ductless air conditioner heat pump units. Flick Brothers Electric on Maple Lane, keeping Bloomsburg cool, clean, and cooking for over 65 years. Call them at 570-784-3444.
Hey guys, this is Ray,
Chad, and Pat
from Blaze Alexander GMC of Greater Hazelton. It is October. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. What are we going to do?
We're going to sell all new in-stock inventory $1,000 under invoice. That's the best news I've heard in a long time.
We're going to give a $100 donation to the Breast Cancer Awareness for every vehicle sold this month in October.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. So do your part. Remember, come to Blaze Alexander Greater Hazelton. We're not just a great car dealership. We go for great causes.
$100 donation for every vehicle sold, $1,000 under invoice.
And don't forget, we have the lowest price guarantee.
Or we'll give you $1,000.
In case you haven't noticed, it's that time of year when it gets chillier every day. Is your vehicle ready? Let MasterTech Auto Services of Berwick winterize your car and ensure your precious cargo stays safe. They have a great selection of brand name tires, and you can save 25% on mounting and balancing when you buy a set of 4. MasterTech Auto Services will do their best to get you in and out the same day. Schedule an appointment now at MasterTechAutoBerwick.com with Saturdays now available. Saving you money every step of the way. MasterTech Auto Services in Berwick.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?
Huh? I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
Do you suffer from tired, achy, heavy legs? Are you looking to elevate your performance and style? Discover the perfect fusion of fashion and function at the Compression Shop of Berwick. If you're looking for medical or athletic compression wear, if you're looking to power through your workday, or you're looking to recover post-workout, the Compression Shop has personalized consultations, and most of the products are try before you buy. All military get 10% off every day. The Compression Shop Berwick, West Front Street. Check out their Facebook page.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
Final weekend of high school football's regular season here at Tiger Stadium in Tunkhannock. It's all Berwick in the first half. Bulldogs lead this one 49-0. For an update on other scores, Chris Howgard.
Yeah, Jim, taking a look, the final regular season week here of high school football. Dallas taking on Lake Lehman. Dallas has themselves a 23-6 lead. That game in the second quarter. North Pocono taking on Scranton Prep. North Pocono leading 10-7. That game at the half. A 22-19 lead for Pittston area over Wyoming area. That game at the half. If all goes well, Berwick will see Hanover area next week. They're up 50-0 over Nanticoke. That game at the half as well. Abington Heights on top of Hazelton area, 27-0 in the second quarter. Lakeland on top of Mid-Valley, 14-0. That game still in the first. Bloomsburg leading Central Columbia 39-0. That game at halftime. Danville taking on Selinsgrove. Danville has themselves a 14-0 lead at the half. A big lead for Jersey Shore as they take on Central Mountain this week. A 56-0 lead for Jersey Shore. That game in the second. Mifflinburg taking on Lewisburg. A 20-0 lead for Mifflinburg. That game approaching halftime. Montoursville with a 28-7 lead over Loyalsock. That game in the second quarter. Warrior Run taking on Milton. A 21-3 lead for Warrior Run over Milton. That game at the half. The Cold Bucket game, Mount Carmel and Shamokin, a 14-7 lead for Mount Carmel over Shamokin. That game at the half. Southern Columbia holding on to a close one, 28-21 over Shikellamy. That game in the second quarter.
So, some interesting scores there.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the eye-opener is the Mount Carmel-Shamokin game.
Rivalry.
Boy, a year ago, Shamokin won that one and broke a 27-game losing streak in that series, but it was assumed that Shamokin would get 2 in a row because they were undefeated. Yeah. Of course, a long way to go, but you're right, rivalries. A lot of big rivalry games being played.
And the trophy for that game, Jim?
Cold Bucket.
Cold Bucket. How about the trophy for the Tunkhannock-Towanda game? Played last week.
It is what?
The Bone Trophy.
And the reason is?
I just wanted to test your knowledge.
Well, I'm testing your knowledge. Why is it that?
Jim, I can make something up. What would you know, huh? The Bone Trophy, though. I just thought it was a neat name for trophy.
By the way, we're talking about the great running backs in Berwick history. And Andy speculated on how many games Brant Quick played for that record. We understand that was 14 games back in 2004. That was with playoffs. we did that final playoff game, a tough loss at Shamokin to Mannheim Central. John Pruitt held the record for many years at Berwick. He did his in 13 games. If Ty Wilkerson gets it in 10, it's just
it's
amazing. Because those
really is.
I mean, when you think about John Pruitt and Brant Quick, those are two of the fantastic running backs in the history of Berwick football.
Oh, you can't get. I didn't get to broadcast John Pruitt. I was still coaching at the time, but I remember watching Brant Quick play, and you say, will this ever come around again? You know, you look at those numbers. And with Ty Wilkerson, will it ever come around again? Not in my lifetime. I don't think so.
It looks like an NFL player playing on a high school field is what it looks like.
It just makes people look inept. You know, I not want to say I've questioned Berwick's competition lately, but defenses just can't stop him. You know, he makes the other players look like they're JVs or even junior highs sometime. Now, you know, there are some stronger programs. Berwick's going to keep facing them as they keep on winning, as they win through the district and meet better teams. But I still don't know who's going to be able to stop Ty Wilkerson.
Bulldogs have made their appearance on the far side of the field. Couple of minutes away from the kickoff to start the second half. Berwick leads at 49-0. We'll be back with that kickoff. You're listening to Berwick Football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Chapin Oil in Escapec has been keeping your families warm and comfortable for generations. But Chapin Oil is much more than just heating oil. You'll also find a full-service gas station with ethanol-free fuel, plus a cozy coffee shop serving up the best lattes and espresso, and fresh-baked treats and donuts every day. Stop by, grab a treat, and say hello to your friends at Chapin Oil in Escapec, proud supporters of the Berwick Bulldogs.
Did you inherit an estate, or did you recently buy real estate that needs to be cleaned out? J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick is the easiest and the fastest when it comes to big clean-outs. They'll also clean out your attic, basement, or garage. Wherever you've got junk, call J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling today at 844-GET-JDOG and get your job done the military way with respect, integrity, and trust. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is proudly veteran-owned and operated.
Planning for the future doesn't have to be complicated. Attorney Nick Lutz of Cardinal Estate Planning in Berwick will guide you every step of the way. Whether it's protecting your assets, setting up a trust, or ensuring your family is cared for, Cardinal Estate Planning provides personalized solutions for you and your family's needs. Call or sign up on their website to attend a free educational workshop that will give you an understanding of the process and peace of mind knowing your legacy is in good hands. Visit them online at cardinalastate.planning.com. Let them help you plan for tomorrow today.
What's worse than being broken down on the side of the road, and who's going to fix it without disrupting your life and cash flow? Since 2023, Wolfie's Automotive, 435 Washington Street, Berwick, has been keeping drivers on the road with the best prices and the shortest lead times. From large and extensive repairs to routine oil changes and even auto detail, they are honest, dependable, and will have you back in business in no time. Wolfie's Automotive in Berwick, the local, trustworthy mechanic. Just see it for yourself.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The Goat.
Closing in on the start of the second half here at Tiger Stadium in Tunkhannock. Berwick with the big lead, 49-0, and we'll see how CJ Curry plays it in the second half. Again, Ty Wilkerson just 23 yards away from setting a new single-season rushing record. Will he get a carry or two in the second half or wait till next week? By the way, next week, we can tell you for sure the game is at Crispin Field. For sure it's a semifinal, and almost sure Hanover area will be the opponent. By the way, they're playing very, very well of late, even though Berwick beat them handily during the regular season. They had some big scores on teams recently that impressed me, including one over Lake Lehman. The other two teams involved in the four-team tournament in District 2 3A will be Wyoming area and Scranton Prep. Both those teams facing real tough games tonight. In fact, as Chris told you, they were both trailing at the half. So we'll see, but we can tell you for sure Berwick will be at Crispin Field next week. And as the top seed, if they win, they'll be there for the championship game the following week as well. So we'll see how they play it here in the second half. Will they go with all substitutes, or sometimes coaches will give the first unit one series before they call it a night?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll get a feel of it very quickly. Berwick getting ready to get its kick team out there. There's a kick return, kicking team. So we'll see what they do. They may sub heavily defensively, Jim, and let the offense, again, with Wilkerson so close. Cos Curry was sitting up here next to me as the spotter. He'll be going down talking with the team, and I'm sure he heard our talk that Ty was just 22 yards shy. He'll pass it on to the coaching staff. You know, people aren't aware, but coaches don't keep the numbers. They will get to the numbers from the newspaper the next day, or their statisticians will tally it up later.
And Jorge Ratana, the exchange student from Spain, will get the kickoff duties to start this second half. He approaches, second half underway. Kick will be fielded at the 10-yard line. To the 15, to the far side of the field, to the 20, to the 25, and short of the 30-yard line across the way. So that's where Tunkhannock will put it in play. Jaden Thomas on the return for the Tigers.
Jaden Thomas looking pretty good for a lineman, wearing a number 56, running with that football on the kick return. Probably a joy for him.
Adam Wingler on the stop for Berwick. So Tunkhannock with the football. Second half is underway. They have it at their 29-yard line. Looking at the Berwick defense. Is it a whole new unit? I believe it is.
Well, you know, you're on natural grass. You can look for smudges on the jersey, and we're not seeing much. Ashton Smith is going to get a little bit more linebacking time. He hasn't played there all that much this year, but other than Ashton Smith, I think it is a whole new unit, Jim.
Tunkhannock from their 29-yard line. Siprich gets the call, tries the left side, and still nothing doing, even with the backups in there.
Yeah, but those backups play well. Draven Geiger getting some time as an interior lineman, got penetration. He'll knock Siprich for a yard loss.
DeMarcus McMillan also in on the play for Berwick. Looking at that defensive front, Jackson Reeder in there, Chris Bowman on that defensive front as well. Loss of a yard back to the 28, second down and 11 for the Tigers.
Siprich at running back has been the leading ball carrier for this team with 46 yards now on the game.
He is the tailback in the I formation. Ledwinski under center. Gives straight ahead, and more lost yardage back to the 21-yard line.
I think there was a problem with the snap. I think they wanted a shotgun snap it to the quarterback. It might have gone off his right knee and then bounced. He deferred and let Siprich fall on it, so it'll be a loss of about 7 for the team.
They mark it at the 21-yard line. So third and long for the Tigers to start this second half.
3 of 6 passing for Zach Litwinski. All of them rather short passes. Total of 16 yards combined on the 3 receptions.
Slot to the left side. Litwinski back to pass, looking down across the field. A diving attempt at the 34-yard line, incomplete. Would have been well short of the first down regardless. And the punt team will come on. Carter O'Neill is the intended receiver.
He was. Quarterback looking at 3 different options. He had a swing man going out, but that wasn't going to gain much yardage. He wanted to go down the middle. Hoped that Carter O'Neill could catch it, spin, and then run for the chains, but bounced to him.
We are, of course, in the mercy rule with the score being what it is, so even with that incomplete pass, the clock continues to run. Blake Gensel is deep, anticipating the punt from Lucas Siprich. The snap bounced, but Siprich fields it and gets the kick away, and it will roll dead about the Tunkhannock 46-yard line. So Berwick will put it in play for their first possession of the second half. 28 yards on the punt, no return.
Smart play by Gensel. He could see that he wasn't going to be able to run up and catch the ball without taking a high degree of risk. So he backed up, yelled to his team to clear out of the way, They let Tunkhannock Tigers down it. Who will we see here?
So Berwick's first possession of the second half, it starts at the Tunkhannock 45-yard line as the Bulldogs will go with a whole second unit. So Ty Wilkerson is going to end up 23 yards short of the school record after a big first half for him. Ashton Smith is the quarterback, gives to Connor Roberts off the left side. He has some running room. He's got the first down and then some down that far sideline. Still on his feet, forced out of bounds near the 10-yard line. Long run for Connor Roberts, longest of the season and career for him.
Yeah, I'll say he had 10 carries for 41 yards and a touchdown prior to that. He started at the C-gap on the left side, bounced it out and turned it into a sweep, showed real nice speed going down Berwick's sideline.
29 yards on the carry by Connor Roberts, who figures to be a real cog in this Berwick team going forward. He is just a sophomore. 1st and 10 Bulldogs at the Tigers' 16-yard line. Slot to the left, wide receiver right. Ashton Smith under center. Gives to Roberts again off the left side. This time the Tigers are there. He'll gain just a yard or two. Got a holding call against Berwick.
That's a shame. I thought it was a real nice decision on the run. He got to the line of scrimmage. The hole he wanted to hit the A-gap just to the left of center was blocked up. So he did a little jump cut and at least got another yard or two after that. But the hold will nullify the effort and bring it back.
Haven't had a lot of penalties in this game.
No.
Ball comes back to the 27, the 1st and 21 for the Bulldogs.
And if I recall, in their last game, Tunkhannock had 10 first-half penalties for 112 yards, Jim. It just made me look twice at the numbers.
Sam Strish is in as a wide receiver to the right. Roberts, the lone running back. Smith will keep it himself off the right side. Gets inside the 20, down to about the 18-yard line before Randall Paxton can make the stop. 9-yard pickup for Ashton Smith, who has some good rushing numbers on the season.
Yeah, 17 carries, 186 yards, and a touchdown. He really enjoys contact, whether it's offense, defense, or specialty teams. That time he faked it to Connor Roberts off the right, pulled it out, and then continued on the right side where he found a nice soft corner.
2nd and 14, Berwick. Moving from our left to our right in this third quarter. They have it at the Tunkhannock 19-yard line. Slot to the right. Strish wide left. Smith under center, gives to Roberts. Tries to bounce it out left side. Gets by one man, gets by another. Still on his feet, battling for the first down. He may have a good effort. Connor Roberts.
Yeah, I'll say either that or you blame the tackling. People reaching out just can't grab and hold on to him as he breaks those arm tackles. Keeps working himself more and more toward the sideline and then uses the speed to finish off the run.
14 yards on that carry. 1st and goal. Berwick at the Tunkhannock 5-yard line. That clock running. Quick moving third quarter. 4:40 remaining. Berwick with the second liners in, trying to punch one in from the 5. Out of the gun now. Handoff off the right side. Santiago gets the call and is brought down right about the line of scrimmage.
He was in a slot back position on the left, came in motion toward the quarterback, and at the snap he was in position to take the ball, continued across the formation. But Tunkhannock that time played it tough, came across very nicely and stopped him at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they give him a yard to the 4-yard line. So it will be 2nd down and goal for the Bulldogs at the Tiger 4. Clock running, under 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. Connor Roberts is the running back to the left of Ashton Smith, who operates out of the gun with a slot to the right. Man in motion, giving to that motion man, and he'll get maybe a yard on the play as Ryder Bencho, a sophomore, came in motion from the right, took the handoff. It'll be 3rd and goal, Berwick.
I'd add Ryder to my list of ball carriers, Jim, his first of his career.
marking the ball down around the, where is it, the 3-yard line.
So give him a yard.
Yep, 3rd down and goal. Berwick at the 3. Ashton Smith. I formation behind him. Roberts is the fullback. The call goes to Reeder again, up the gut. No official indication. He did gain some, so it's going to be 4th and goal.
Connor Roberts trying to influence the officials that it was a touchdown, but they're having none of it. Come out about a yard shy, a short yard at that.
So it's 4th and goal. Berwick at the Tunkhannock 1. No scoring yet in this 3rd quarter, but the Bulldogs 1 yard away as Bencho is the tailback. Roberts ahead of him. Bencho the call, straight ahead, will not get there.
Spun him back. Big lineman had him. He needed to get his shoulders a little lower, use the speed and drive Jim, but he was a little bit high, and a big lineman twisted him back and prevented him from getting his touchdown.
David Hoff in on the stop for the Tigers, who will take over deep in their own territory. With 1:46 remaining in the 3rd, Berwick continuing to lead. They have the lead that they held at halftime, 49-0. Be down around the 1 yard line. So that's where the Tigers will put it in play.
Grass field that's been limed for its lining. And with the rain, a little hard to see exactly where that goal line is. It looks to be a comfortable yard, Jim.
So, see what they come up with from the 1.
Running back is number 11, Jacob Salt, behind the fullback.
So from the 1 I formation. Salt about 3 yards deep in the end zone. Gets the call off the right side. Ooh. And nothing doing. Very close to a safety.
It is a safety, Jim. Going to get out of the end zone. Instead of following his fullback straight ahead through the C gap, he decided to try to take it a little bit wider. Didn't have the speed to turn that corner. It'll result in a safety.
And give Connor Roberts credit for that safety as he makes the defensive play, and Berwick adds their lead with 37 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah. But defensive play, of course, it's very challenging to get out of your own end zone when you're on the 1 yard line. And Coach Pat Keating keeping his number 2s in there. A guy like Siprich probably wouldn't have suffered that safety, but he sees Berwick going with its seconds. He is matching it.
So the Bulldogs get the points in this 3rd quarter, extend their lead to 51-0, and they will get the football back with 37 seconds to go in the 3rd. First safety of the season, if I recall correctly, for the Bulldogs. And Tunkhannock got a choice to punt it away or kick it off from their own 20-yard line.
Kicking it gets it high, makes it hard to return. Often it has to be a fair catch. Often kickers can put the ball a little deeper downfield. Looks like they're setting up the tee in the middle of the field.
51-0 is the Berwick lead. Just 37 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. As Callum will kick off, and Berwick will field at the 35-yard line. Sam Strish, I believe, on the return. A good return by him to the 39-yard line of Tunkhannock. So Strish on the kick return, and Berwick will have it in good field position. Jacob Salt in on that stop for the Tigers as the 3rd quarter has come to an end with the score. Berwick 51 and Tunkhannock 0. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about real estate. It's about community, trust, and finding the right fit for your future. And nobody knows Berwick like Mark Nespoli with eXp Realty. Mark's your neighbor, rooted right in Berwick, with a passion for helping people find their perfect home, which is why he's also a top producing agent nationwide. So when it's time for your next move, choose the agent who knows the Berwick market and the community inside and out. Mark Nespoli, eXp Realty. Visit the570realtor.com or visit at Mark Nespoli on Facebook. Mark Nespoli, Berwick's hometown realtor.
Do you suffer from tired, achy, heavy legs? Are you looking to elevate your performance and style? Discover the perfect fusion of fashion and function at the Compression Shop of Berwick. If you're looking for medical or athletic compression wear, if you're looking to power through your workday, or you're looking to recover post-workout, the Compression Shop has personalized consultations, and most of the products are try before you buy. All military get 10% off every day. The Compression Shop Berwick, West Front Street. Check out their Facebook page.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The Goat.
We start the fourth quarter. Berwick with the football at their Tunkhannock 40-yard line. Bulldogs moving from our right to our left. Subs in, handoff, and a loss of 5 back to the 45-yard line.
Jojo Santiago got it. Boy, there was a rush on him before he even got a hold of the football. Jim, it seems every time Sam Strish makes a play, we're at the end of the quarter going into half, and we never get to talk him up. That was a wonderful return. If people did not get to see the feature, the cover feature on the excerpt, the football extra in the Press Enterprise playbook, get a hold of it and read it. Sam's featured on it, a number of pictures, and what a story he is. We've always appreciated watching him play, and I think other people would appreciate his story as well.
He is wide to the right on this second down and 13. Berwick at the Tunkhannock 43. Tunkhannock jumps across. Flags fly.
Well, quarterback barking the signals. Make up for the loss on the sharp penetration where Jojo Santiago got caught in the background. So Ashton Smith barked signals and got about 7 players to jump across.
So it'll be second down and 8. Berwick at the Tunkhannock 38-yard line. We're just underway in the fourth quarter. Berwick leading this one 51-0. Smith under center. Toss sweep to Santiago off the left side and gets down to about the 34-yard line. So Jojo Santiago picks up about 4 for the Bulldogs. He's coming off a game in which he scored the first touchdown of his career. Last home game at Crispin Field. Big thrill for him.
Spun on
4
in
there.
Yeah, spun on in. And this is one of the nicer runs I've seen. He ran with a lot of confidence and the best speed I've seen out of Jojo Santiago on this little sweeping action here to the left side.
3rd and 4. Berwick at the Tiger 34-yard line. Connor Roberts is the fullback, ahead of Santiago in the I. Wide receiver to either side. And Tunkhannock jumped across again.
Yes, they did. Again, credit the quarterback, Ashton Smith, barking the signals. Realizes it's a short 5 yards to get the shades. He'd be able to do it with that penalty. Able to induce Jeremiah Montero to break through.
So it will be a Berwick first down at the 28-yard line of Tunkhannock. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. DeMarcus McMillan, a big sophomore at 6'4", 285, is the left tackle in that lineup now. I formation, Smith under center. Santiago the call off the left side is pushed back after a gain of maybe a yard on the play.
Again, running hard. Berwick coming off the ball well, got into their blocks, got him a little bit. Then he plunges himself into the hole before the Tigers can set him back.
Aiden Anderson on that last stop for the Tigers. They're going to set it down at the 28-yard line, so no gain on the play, maybe a half yard. We'll call it 2nd and 9 for Berwick. Ashton Smith, who's done a little bit of everything for this Berwick team, sets him down. Chris Bowman is the tight end on the right. Now Santiago is the lone running back from the 28-yard line. toss, sweep right side. Santiago looks for room, and he's brought down hard for loss at the 30.
Yeah, big lineman coming over, and Jake Patton really able to take him away. He made a nice move to cut to the inside into the C gap when he saw the defensive end had contained. But Patton, pursuing the play well, knocked him off his feet.
3rd down and 11 for Berwick. Stay with us. Following this game for our post-game show, Chris Howgard bring us updated on all these scores from this final weekend of the 2025 regular season. Here it's 51-0 Berwick, 7:29 to go. Bulldogs at the Tunkhannock 30, 3rd down and 11. The call goes to Roberts off the left side. He is getting tackled as he gets to the 26, maybe the 27-yard line.
Playing him up as fullback, we've often seen him do some tailback work. He's not a bad runner. First off the left side, runs hard, but again, Tigers swarming.
They give him 5 to the 25-yard line. 4th down and 5, Berwick. Bulldogs home next week for a District 2 3A semifinal. Their likely opponent, the Hawkeyes of Hanover, who are going to finish their season with a 6-4 record. Now Smith on 4th down, operates out of the gun, and he's going to pooch punt. And it goes about 10 yards to the 12-yard line.
But what can't he do, Jim? I mean, talk about versatility. I think we saw him back on punt return in this game. Now he's going to pooch punt from the quarterback position. Defensive end, linebacker, you name it. Backup quarterback, probably his most valuable role. Just Mr. Versatility.
They're marking the football. Well, they haven't marked it yet. We'll wait and see with 6:02 to go. Looks like they're putting it back at the 10. That's where Tunkhannock will put it in play. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. They try to get on the board in their final game of the season.
Punt didn't go far, Jim, but you didn't want it to go far. Rolls another 10 yards or so. We're going to get the touchback.
From the 10, they'll operate out of the gun.
Ty Coakley quarterbacking.
As the snap back to throw, looking long downfield, one-on-one situation. It's knocked down, incomplete, and Sam Strish with a terrific play on a well-thrown football.
Got his one arm up there and knocked it away. Stayed with the man. You know, when you put a number 2 quarterback in and he's in shotgun, you're certainly not expecting a bomb on his first play. But Stish, very aware from his cornerback position, saw his man sprinting on the fly, turned and stayed with him, got in position and knocked it away.
Well-thrown football.
Yes.
Under 5 to play. 2nd and 10. Tigers at their 10. Awaiting the shotgun snap. Long count. Quarterback back to throw again. He's looking long over the middle, and the ball is tipped and incomplete.
Yeah, and tipped very, very nicely in there by Adam Wingler. He batted the ball from behind the receiver. The man had inside position on him, but he reached with his outside hand, his left hand, and punched it away.
Intended receiver was Jaden Newell. So it'll be 3rd down and 10. Again, we're in the mercy rule mode, so the clock continues to run. 4:07 remaining in the game.
We'll probably see yet another pass from this youngster, Ty Coakley. Extend his strong arm.
He's operating out of the gun on this 3rd and 10.
Uh-oh.
Ball goes through his hands, back to the end zone. Scramble is on. Do we have another safety? We do.
I think Jameer Ramos flattened him, Jim. He didn't handle the lateral snap. It was back and not bad, but he might have been looking down at receivers. Fell through his hands. It's bouncing a yard or 2 deep. By the time he picks it up, Jameer Ramos is flattening him. And that rare game where you have 2 safeties has occurred.
Connor Roberts got the first one. Jameer Ramos got this one. As he tackled the quarterback in the end zone.
Ty Coakley was knocked down, may have got the wind knocked out of him there. They've worked him up now, and they're taking him off the field. So we'll have a momentary delay as we set up for another punt or kickoff, depending which they wish to do after the safety.
Again, in all likelihood, it will be the Hanover Hawkeyes at Crispin Field next Friday for a District 2-3A semifinal. The other semifinal will be between Scranton Prep and Wyoming area.
Those teams have been going through a gauntlet of challenging, tough physical games, Jim. And they'll be tired after this week as they're both being challenged. As they go against each other to try to continue. The winner will continue against probably Berwick if Berwick can win. Now, they might be a team that's coming in a little fatigued and a little battered up.
And we'll see. Both of those teams were trailing at the half. Get an update from Chris Algard in our post-game show. We'll see how they eventually did. As Berwick will get it following their second safety of this second half.
Punting.
Goes to the far side, picked up by Berwick at the 48-yard line. The return to about the 40-yard line as Sawyer Keller on the return for the Bulldogs. And Berwick will have it for probably the last time in this regular season. Clock running, 3:14 to go. They lead Tunkhannock 53-0.
They've been very vanilla here in the second half with the play calling. In fact, when you take the pooch punt, when you're practically in the red zone, it shows the attitude where Berwick's not pushing to add points.
This 53 points, by the way, the fewest Berwick has scored in the last 3 weeks.
Oh, boy.
63 against Williamsport, 56 against Selinsgrove as the Bulldogs at their Tunkhannock 40-yard line. Santiago the call, hit behind the line, will lose a yard to the 41-yard line. Second down and 11.
Aiden Anderson coming across and making the hit on Santiago there. He seems to gain one, lose one, gain one, lose one, Jim. I have him at -1. Give him another carry. Get him on the plus side of the ledger.
If you're just joining us, Ty Wilkerson came very close to setting the school's single-season rushing record in that first half. Came 23 yards short of setting the record. But C.J. Curry decided to rest him in the second half, so he'll go for that record in that district semifinal game at Crispin Field next Friday.
Caleb Yost tied Olivia Seeley's 44 consecutive PATs.
Gives to Bencho off the right side as he came in motion from the left. He'll lose a yard back to the 42-yard line. So we're under 2 minutes to play in this one.
3rd and 11 coming up. Ball be on the right hash. Ashton Smith hasn't really been called on to pass very much, and I'm not sure if they will call on him in this situation. Might see them call on him to run. It would be nice if they can get the first down and then run the clock out rather than being forced to punt it away. It's hard to work your second teamers in a second team punt unit, and you don't want to bring the first teamers back in to perform that.
3rd down and 11. Berwick from the 42. Santiago off the right side, looks for some running room, gets a yard or two on the play. As we're under a minute to go, probably one more snap for the Bulldogs in this one. We mentioned before the game that Berwick playing in these situations where they're clearly the favorite, they really take care of business, and they did in this half. First half of this game, and got it done. And that is going to do it as the teams will head to the center of the field to exchange handshakes. The final here is Berwick completing the school's first unbeaten regular season since 2013, defeating Tunkhannock by a score of 53-0. Stay with us for the post-game show. You're listening to Berwick football on Goat Rocks, PA.
Ford is built for every drive, every adventure, every day. Ready, set, Ford. And right now at Ken Pollock Ford, we're celebrating 10 years of driving you forward. As a proud Ford President's Award winner, we're bringing you incredible offers like the Bronco, F-150, and Explorer starting at just $499 per month and 0 down. Adventure, strength, versatility, it's all here and it's all Ford. Visit Ken Pollock Ford, 1120 West Front Street, Berwick, or online at kenpollockford.com. Select models, $499 per month, 0 down with approved credit through Ford Credit. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details. Offer expires 11/3/25.
Planning for the future doesn't have to be complicated. Attorney Nick Lutz of Cardinal Estate Planning in Berwick will guide you every step of the way. Whether it's protecting your assets, setting up a trust, or ensuring your family is cared for, Cardinal Estate Planning provides personalized solutions for you and your family's needs. Call or sign up on their website to attend a free educational workshop that will give you an understanding of the process and peace of mind knowing your legacy is in good hands. Visit them online at cardinalastate.planning.com. Let them help you plan for tomorrow today.
Got that Berwick Bulldog spirit? Go to Papa Lou's Place on Vine Street, 2 blocks from Crispin Field, where the Berwick Bulldogs games are on. And there's live music on the patio after each home game, with drink specials every Friday, and try their famous smash burgers, homemade pierogies, and broadster wings with a variety of homemade sauces. Nobody does Berwick High School football like Papa Lou's Place, where the beer is fresh, the food is amazing, and the service is top-notch. See their Facebook page for details and go to Papa Lou's Place to see what the buzz is about.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?
Huh? I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
Ready to tackle your financial goals? First Keystone Community Bank invites you to play smart with your savings. Lock in a 182-day CD at 4.25% annual percentage yield to enjoy the winning combination of security, high interest, and short-term convenience. Go for the goal with a First Keystone Community Bank CD. For more information, visit fkc.bank. Minimum balance to earn annual percentage yield is $5,000. Terms apply. Member FDIC.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
WLYC AM Williamsport, WHLM AM, WCFT HD3 Bloomsburg. 102, 104, and 107, The GOAT, a Seven Mountains Media radio station.
Bulldogs complete a perfect regular season with a 53-0 win at Tunkhannock here tonight. They started quickly in their first possession. A 5-play, 62-yard drive capped on Caleb Mays. Touchdown pass from Brady Cleaver. Just a quick out, and May did the rest with his speed. 33 yards for the score. Caleb Yost, the start of a big night for him, kicking extra points. Berwick had a 7-0 lead, 10:08 to go in the first. Next possession for Tunkhannock. They were set to punt from deep in their own territory, had a problem with the snap. Berwick took over at the 1. Ty Wilkerson, the start of a big night for him, went in from 1 yard out. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick led by a score of 14-0. Wilkerson really got it going later in that first. A 50-yard touchdown run. Caleb Yost with the extra point. That came with 6:34 to go in the first as Berwick extended their lead to 21-0. Later in the first, Brady Cleaver with his second touchdown pass of the quarter to Alex Estrella. Off play action. Estrella wide open, 35 yards for the score. Caleb Yost again with the extra point. Berwick led 28-0. Early in the second quarter, Ty Wilkerson, a 56-yard touchdown run, his 33rd of the season. Remember, 38 is the school record. Caleb Yost kicked the extra point, 35-0 Berwick. They added to that lead with 8:02 to go in the second. Everett Snyder, a 4-yard touchdown run. All started with an Ashton Smith fumble recovery at the 24. Caleb Yost with the extra point, 42-0 Berwick. And then Ty Williams put a cap on his night with 5:15 to go in the half with a 46-yard touchdown run. Caleb Yost kicked the extra point, and that's significant because for the sophomore, it was his 44th consecutive extra point that ties the school record held by Olivia Seeley, set back in the 2014 season. It will be the end of the night for Caleb Yost as Berwick led at the break 49-0. The only scoring in the second half came on a pair of safeties. Connor Roberts tackling a ball carrier in the end zone for one safety. The only scoring in the third. And then Jameer Ramos tackling the backup quarterback in the end zone for a safety with 3:40 to go, as that makes our final score Berwick 53 and Tunkhannock 0. We'll check scores with Chris Algard, stats with Andy Lickney. When we return, you're listening to Bulldogs football on Go Rocks PA.
When the weather turns cold, you need reliability to keep your home and family warm. Chapin Oil in Nescapec has been the local choice for reliable home heating oil delivery and maintaining the tried and true service you've come to know only at Chapin Oil. Stay warm, stay local, and stay with the name you can trust. Chapin Oil, Nescapec. Call today to set up your delivery. Chapin Oil proudly supports the Berwick Bulldogs.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 35 years experience. And new Bulldog wear for every age, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, polos, hats, and more. They even make online fundraising easy for you. Stop in today to discuss your next fundraising opportunity. You can also shop at masonsmonogramming.com for their new inventory and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogramming for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram Service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
In case you haven't noticed, it's that time of year when it gets chillier every day. Is your vehicle ready? Let MasterTech Auto Services of Berwick winterize your car and ensure your precious cargo stays safe. They have a great selection of brand name tires, and you can save 25% on mounting and balancing when you buy a set of 4. MasterTech Auto Services will do their best to get you in and out the same day. Schedule an appointment now at MasterTechAutoBerwick.com with Saturdays now available. Saving you money every step of the way. MasterTech Auto Services in Berwick.
Looking for Berwick's hometown realtor? Meet Janae Kalarko of eXp Realty. She loves sports, family, friends, and helping you sell or buy your dream home. Janae works 24/7 to get you the best value and the perfect home. And she makes the process fun, stress-free, and full of good laughs. That's the Janae way. Call or text Janae Kalarko with eXp Realty today. And don't forget to follow her on TikTok and Instagram for tips and real estate updates. Janae Kalarko, eXp Realty, your hometown realtor who works hard and makes it fun.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
Looking for convenient and reliable waste disposal? If you need residential, curbside pickup, or dumpster rentals, EcoFirst Logistics full-service trash service has you covered from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. They're designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly, ensuring what can be saved is sorted out. EcoFirst Logistics also offers roll-off dumpsters for all your construction, demolition, and junk hauling needs. Visit them online or call EcoFirst Logistics, a proud supporter of the Berwick Bulldogs.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on 102, 104, and 107 The GOAT.
53-0 is the Berwick win here as we end the 2025 regular season. Bulldogs completing a perfect one. School's first since 2013. For an update on other scores, Chris Algard.
Yeah, Jim, we had quite the speedy second half here in Tunkhannock, so a lot of these games still going on. But Dallas on top of Lake Lehman, 30-6. That game in the third. Scranton Prep took the lead over North Pocono. They have a 21-17 lead heading into the fourth. Wyoming area with a 34-22 lead over Pittston area. That game still in the third quarter. Hanover area, who Berwick will see next week at Crispin Field, a 63-0 win over Nanticoke. Abington Heights with a 44-7 lead over Hazleton area. That game still in the third. Lakeland and Mid-Valley in a close one, 14-7 for Lakeland leads that game in the third. Bloomsburg, a 46-0 lead over Central Columbia. That game still in the fourth. Danville, Selinsgrove in a tight one. Danville holding on to their 14-7 lead. That game heading into the fourth quarter. Jersey Shore, a 56-6 lead over Central Mountain. That game still in the third quarter. Lewisburg and Mifflinburg going at it. A 20-0 lead for Mifflinburg over Lewisburg. That game in the third. A 38-7 lead for Montoursville over Loyalsock. That game heading into the fourth quarter. Warrior Run with a 24-3 lead over Milton. That game nearing the finish. 2 minutes in the fourth quarter left to go in that one. The Coal Bucket game, Mount Carmel-Shamokin. Mount Carmel with a 21-14 lead. That game in the third quarter. Southern Columbia extends their lead, 49-21 lead over Shikellamy. That game still in the third quarter. That'll do it for Week 10 in high school football.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. Andy, with tonight's stats.
Dominant by Berwick, Jim. 359 yards in total offense for Berwick. And again, basically playing, not playing any starters really in the second half. And they hold Tunkhannock Tigers to a total net of 24 yards. Start with the defensive domination in the running game. 26 rushes for a net of 8 yards for the Tunkhannock Tigers. Passing, quarterbacks combined 3 of 9 for 16 yards. 8 to 16, total of 24 yards on the game. Passing, Zach Litwinski just needed a little bit more time. He was 3 of 4 for the 16 yards. Ty Coakley came in the second half, 0 for 2. 2 nice long bombs, good arms, but Berwick defended them very, very well. Altogether, 3 of 9 for the quarterbacks for 16 in the air, 8 yards net on the ground. Lucas Siprich is a strong runner. Deserved a better fate, but boy, Berwick was blasting through seams in the line of scrimmage. He does finish with 19 carries for 46 yards, and considering how Berwick's D was playing, that's a very impressive total. Randall Paxton, 1 carry for -1 from the Wildcat. Jacob Solta had a carry in the end zone and lost a yard, suffered a safety on that. I have the team with 3 for -24. Punting was a bit of a problem for them in those situations, and a fumble off of a person's helmet just did not go well. Zach Litwinski, the quarterback, 2 for -12. So positive 46 for Siprich, but -38 for the team, a net of 8. Added to the 16 in the air game, 24 yards total for the Tunkhannock Tigers. Berwick, on the other hand, puts up 359. Most of it on the ground, 289, but 70 yards in the air. Berwick didn't pass much. Very early in the game, we saw that Brady Cleaver was going to be 2 for 3 for 70 yards. The 2 touchdowns were each for 35 yards. Alex Estrella caught a 35-yard touchdown pass. Caleb May caught a 35-yard touchdown pass, both in the first half. And we see that Brady Cleaver finishes 2 of 3 for the 70 yards in the air. On the ground, he had 1 carry for 10. Ashton Smith quarterbacking, a carry for 9. Connor Roberts, 3 for 49. Jojo Santiago, 7, came back to 0 with pluses and minuses. Everett Snyder took a little power back counter play for a 4-yard touchdown. Ryder Bencho, 4 carries for 2. And, of course, another big game for Tymir Wilkerson. All in the first half, 11 carries, 215 yards. The 215 added to the 2199 he came into the season with, not his career, but the season. It gives him 24-14 now on the season. The record for single-season rushing, 24-36 is just 22 yards away. And Ty Wilkerson most likely will get that early in the game next week. And a game, he could have done it in 10 if they let him play in the second half. He'll have to do it in 11. Other people were setting the record in 13 games. Brad Quick set his record in 14 games. Just an amazing feat. In this, 11 carries, 215 in just half of a game. And you just had to pull him out. Jim, an amazing performance by Ty Wilkerson, an amazing performance by Berwick overall.
Yeah, 4-7 a year ago to unbeaten 10-0 going into the playoffs. For Tunkhannock, their season will end with a 4-6 overall record. Berwick will take their 10-0 record to Crispin Field next Friday for a district